There we are. Well, hello everyone. This is Arcade Stuff and Things, the show with no structure, and sometimes we talk about arcade stuff. Go! No.
And things.
Yeah. Stuff and things.
Episode number 6.
Oh, yep, that's right. The unofficial episode number 6. 4 got lost in the space dust somewhere.
Stop feeding the tribbles. They'll just gorge themselves on everything, including episode 4s.
You know,
Yeah,
that's funny you mentioned that. I'm looking for some tribbles for the garage. They've got some toys on like Amazon, but like $25, and they talk or make little like. And I'm like, I'm not gonna pay $25 for a little fluffy nub of fur. It's retarded. They make sounds and they vibrate, but it's like seriously, $25. It seems like somewhere
and furry thing.
I want to put like 3 or 4 of them up on the garage. Let's start there.
Yeah, especially you got the pinball, so it'd be the tribble toppers.
Right. Yeah, there you go.
That'd be something. You have it like interact with the scene and the.
They start shaking on the walls.
Yes, exactly. Right.
There we go. All right, so what's everyone drinking? That's the real important question. We'll get to arcade stuff later.
Sweet tea.
Sweet
Sweet
tits.
tea. Sweet tits. Sugar tits? What was that, Seabart? You have to talk when you show that shit.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot. I'm a little tiny dot in the corner. Alexander Keith's made in Nova Scotia, which is about a 12-hour drive from me, heading the opposite end of the world.
You know it's Canadian because it's got a moose on the bottle.
Right.
It is a stag, not a moose, a stag.
The moose.
I'm having a Stone 20th anniversary Citricato IPA. I did get a new mug though.
Wow, look at that.
That's
Pretty hardcore.
Nice.
That's a nice size mug. Andrew, I assume you're with the Guinness again?
You know, I got the Guinness, although I did start with a limited edition chocolate peanut butter porter.
Holy, that's Reese's?
Nice.
From Horny Goat Brewing.
Oh, a horny Reese's in a can.
Out of Wisconsin. So it's insanely sweet. It's only 6.5 ABV.
Oh, so a mild IPA.
Yeah. So well, I mean it's a porter.
Right, but I mean 6.5.
6.5 ABV alcohol. 55 IBU. So it's good. It's tasty, but it's like a dessert beer.
Is it filling? Sounds filling.
I mean, it's a porter, so they're a bit thicker, yeah. But you know, I like them thick.
Do you?
I think that's the one that Mark was talking about. He went to Belching Beaver.
Oh yeah, could be.
Belching Beaver. That's a nice name, huh?
Pussy part.
All right. Just say they're gonna name one the Quee.
Yeah, that's right.
Hey,
welcome to Queefs.
Yeah.
You're offending my pet beaver. Like, come on, he's downstairs sleeping right now. For those of you guys that don't know, that live in the States or elsewhere, by law, every Canadian has to have a pet beaver.
That's what he calls his mom.
Yeah.
Ouch. Ass.
I imagine it would be painful.
The teeth on that thing? Good Lord.
Check out the teeth on that thing.
Yeah, I wouldn't put peanut butter in your balls and put it in your beaver. Oh, I've seen what they can do to trees. You don't want them doing it to your tree.
That makes me think of the movie Teeth on Netflix.
Oh, God.
Oh, really? So we're gonna get a review?
I
haven't seen that one.
Actually, no, I haven't watched it. Sounds brutal. But the premise is there, so that's all you need to know, I guess. That's all I want to know.
Wasn't there some like Skinemax movie about like vampires who would like vampire prostitutes who would like suck dudes' dicks and like bite their dicks with it? I don't know. Maybe I'm making that up. Maybe that was a dream I had in like in middle school. I don't remember.
Yeah.
It's never left your system entirely.
No, I swear to God, there was like something about that. Yeah. It's old
Well,
too.
there
like
was
in the
there
80s.
was there was the Bordello of Blood, Tales from the Crypt, but they didn't have dick biting in that one that I'm aware of.
Well, and I don't remember it being like specifically like graphic like porno thing. It was like a Skinamax thing. So you
Okay.
see like naked chicks from the top up, but
Yeah.
but it was clear like they were like biting the dicks, and the guy was like, ah. Like I said, it may have been a wet dream from middle school that I don't remember thoroughly, but
Yeah, that is. I think that's a whole nother
It's Halloween
genre.
season.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to be topical.
Yeah, topical.
That's what you put on afterwards.
Yeah. Right.
That's a good PSA for adolescents.
Twice a day.
Twice a day. So
What are you
well, go
drinking,
ahead.
Jimbo?
I was gonna have a beer, but I thought I'd kick off with a Manhattan first.
You got a couple of cherries down in there, or what?
I do. Yes.
Nice.
A twofer. Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately, I burned
I-
through all the bitters that Carrie hooked us up with.
I
gotta
did too,
find-
man. They're so good.
Yeah, I got to find some more bitters. And
I
I'm
got
still looking for
really
like where do you
generous.
find like good like gourmet cherries like like that aren't the standard like formaldehyde maraschinos.
Right. Yeah. Do you go to like a farmer's market?
Or like a fine deli or like a
Mm.
delicatessen kind of thing. Maybe you would have something like that.
Right.
I don't know.
Where's Carrie? I'm sure she can. She could chime in on this
She
conversation.
just like I go to Bevmo.
Right. Yeah, and we don't have Bevmos out here. But
She said she's feeding her dogs right now. Be right back.
feeding the dogs.
Mhm.
Sure.
What does that mean?
Yeah, exactly. I've heard the expression "feeding the geese," but feeding the dogs.
What does feeding the geese mean? Oh, it's like
geese. Feeding the geese.
That's a new one.
Must be a Minnesota thing.
It must be. I mean, there's geese here, but all I can think of as geese is like they shit in the field, and you don't want to go out
They
there
shit
'cause it's like
everywhere,
they're just
yeah.
covered in shit.
Yeah, like minefields of green poo.
Exactly.
Mm.
So I know I can tell you, I missed the connection between the segue between like goose shit and jerking off.
Yeah, there was something was skipped in there. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a missing
what
step
is that?
in
The
there.
rule number 34 or something like
There is
that?
a rule 34. Yes,
Yeah.
yes. That is not where I get my name, but yes. Which
Well, do you guys
maybe
do-
we could do a bunch of that for the pictures we post in chat. Rule 34
Ooh.
pictures.
Ooh,
The
nice.
best Rule 34 pictures.
Oh boy. Game on, Andrew. Game on.
Well, somebody has to keep talking then while I'm searching.
Right. So should we actually talk about anything arcade related? Did you guys do anything this week? I know,
did.
Gak, you picked up
Yeah.
some shit.
Yeah.
Ready to go to Mag Labs.
You what?
Getting ready to go to Mag Labs. That's the Mini Mag Fest.
Oh, really? There's a different one, huh?
Yeah, it's in next weekend.
Huh.
So I'll be doing that. I'll be going to get my games tomorrow. So that's why I got to duck out early. But try to get some sleep. 9 a.m. comes early for me.
Yeah. Yeah, you're not much of a morning person, are you? I'm not
No.
either.
My normal get up time is between 2:30 and 3:30 p.m.
Oh,
Yeah.
7 a.m. So
you really are a vampire. No.
pretty much. Yeah, I work late, not early.
That's true.
So that's what
Yeah,
I got.
you used to be on this show until like 4 in the morning, 5 in the morning.
Well, I am now too. So, except for
He's
tonight.
back.
Except for tonight, I always am. As long as I'm here, if I'm out, then I'm not. But all the times I've been here, I've been on until it closes down.
All right, so you got that going for you. Getting ready for that. Gak, let's hear about your pickups.
All right, so actually, I heard about this one last week. I think while we were talking, Craigslist deal. Man, oh man, hooked me up with it. Mike. It was DK Jr. I'm not actively looking for one. It's just, well, it's a good deal. I guess I'll go for it.
Well, you got rid of so many games. You've got
Yes,
now
well,
you can just.
You can't tell though. You walk around my garage. It's like, hey, that's a little bit of space out here now. It's not like overwhelming, but yeah. So plus or minus 3 or 4 games where I'm at right now, and no one knows the difference. So, but yeah. So I went out and got a DK Jr. and it was actually in a good location where I could hit up Russian River Brewing. So I picked up some beer out while I was out there. Of course, my $150 cabinet turned into a $350 trip with beer.
You brought back some pretty nice beer.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I mean, if any of you guys are.
And here I thought that was inside the cabinet. I was like, wow, what a treasure you found in there.
Yeah.
Is there a refrigerator in there too?
We got some Pliny, and then they're saying like the Black Pig. So. I pretty much bought the maximum they allow you to have. So yeah.
The beer that you're drinking has really made your voice raspy there for.
Yeah, your mic is breaking up a lot.
Is it? Oh, man. Well, my son used this yesterday. He didn't put it in the charger, so it might be dying on me. We'll see. So, can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Barely.
Kind of, but it sounds like you're talking through a paper bag, and yeah.
Well, let me. I'll plug in my other set, so I guess I'll have to pass it on to someone else for now. So,
Yeah.
All right,
who did you pass it off to?
I don't know.
Are we even doing this?
Well, we don't have it. I don't have anything arcade to talk about this week. I was doing design work for Grinkers. There you go.
And Seabart, go.
Got Starship going, and unfortunately, somehow unused
And done.
Portion of the secondary side was tied together, which caused elements in the transformer
Massive
to catch
destruction.
fire.
Oh, shit.
Good news is the monitor looked like it was working, but I didn't have the PCB plugged in just in case something went haywire on me.
Like that?
Yeah, like that. But when I turned off the switch after I saw the smoke and a little bit of flamish, I turned it off and the screen did the down to the single dot thing, like when you shut off a monitor and it does the
old TV
as the power shuts down and drains out. So I think it's working. However, these wires are a little crispy. It's what neighboring wires are a little crispy, and they're all a little kind of burny on this side. But Buffett's have me check to see if they're shorted, and if they're not, I'm cautiously going to put it back in and see what happens. If something bad happens, then well, there's a reason I have a foot pedal kill switch that I can put in line on my extension cords, which I'll actually use this time.
It's like Time Crisis, you turn it on. Also,
well, it's just a safety foot pedal for like power tools and shops and whatnot. So you plug the AC power, you plug it into the AC power, and then you plug the tool you're using into the outlet on the pedal, and you have to put your foot on the pedal in order for it to get power. So I have one of those somewhere in the garage. So just put my foot on it. If I see something before I can even get up to the top of the game to hit the power switch or to pull the plug, I can just look in, shit's starting on fire, lift my foot off, and pff, all the AC gets cut, both the neutral and the positive.
I'm picturing like one of those Dead Man's igniters or detonators, like in Terminator 2.
Yeah.
Where he's holding the weight above it, and I can't hold this any longer.
Yeah, it's a dead man switch is more or less what it is. It's meant for large equipment, AC single phase equipment, 110 to 120 volt carrying capacity or carrying voltage. And really good thing if you plan on potentially setting fire to a 1976 arcade game to have one of those, because by the time you've gone from looking through the coin door to see if there's a fire and going up to the switch, your cabinet's on fire. But if you look through and you just take your foot off the pedal, power's gone, unit's off, and fire extinguisher on standby. And another thing I did discover this weekend that at least Andrew may have had dealings with, these can set off the ionizing smoke alarms.
Oh, yeah.
Whoops.
Nice.
At 3 in the morning. Set off the one on the second floor. That's directly outside my parents' bedroom door at 3 a.m. and blow up a cloud and hits the unit, and it goes off on the one on the main floor that's interconnected with it, which is the dumbest thing I ever did. It goes off, so yeah. Don't vape under fucking ionizing smoke alarms.
They do detect that, yes.
Which kind of sucks. I'm switching it for a heat riser. It's like, you know what?
I'm glad Andrew's back, by the way, with the link.
Yeah, I just saw that.
Oh no, I didn't see the second one. Oh.
Well, that just leaves Carrie.
Hello.
I've been off. What we did.
I'm sorry, what?
We're just talking about what we did. That's it?
Oh.
Sticks.
I know, I'm totally playing with my sticks. My sticks of joy.
Actually, you know what? If Brad was hosting, this would be probably the lamest. Like, what'd you do this week? Because none of us really did much of anything.
Right.
Well, I missed last week, so you get what I did last week and this week, and what I'm doing right now. So probably the big accomplishment was getting the monitor for my Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3 combined with what is lovingly called the Abomination, because as many of you know, I'm excited about the Mortal Kombat 3 because my daughter is excited about fighting games, and so in a way that game is kind of for her and for us to play. But then I also have a Williams J-Rock board, which I'm putting in there for since it's JAMA, so I can play Robotron on a 25-inch screen as well as other things, which is kind of cool. So I got from a local collector. I bought at Bro Price. Thank you. Gorble for that. I got my Mortal Kombat 2 cabinet with the Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3 board in it, and and not one but two, count them, two 25-inch monitors. Nice. The one that was right, totally bonus. The one that was in there had some pretty bad burn. It has I think it's the high scores. So it's got a lot of burn. But the other one is beautiful, absolutely really nice. Neither of them working. So I put a cap kit in the beautiful one, because I'm not dumb, and got all excited, like, woot, all right, I'm going to have this working monitor. Of course, I have to have help putting, because this thing's so fucking heavy, I have to have help getting it in and out. So so it isn't just like, oh, hey, I can just, do this monitor. So put in the cap kit, didn't work, and then actually it was yeah, right. And then it was actually an easy fix after that. So then I just got a new flyback and a hot, and that fixed it. So yay, that was a simple. So that was a very simple fix, although but time consuming, because again I have to have help getting it in and out. Sounded bad.
Are we back to talking about joysticks again?
Yeah. Well, that actually does lead me to joysticks. Why, thank you for that transition, sir. So I'm like, yes, woo! So now it's working, and go to I go to play it, go to test it out, and lo and behold, the joysticks are kind of funkalicious. So one of the joysticks is one of the micro switches isn't working in one direction. So it's great as long as I want to go forward on the screen, but if I actually want to back up on the screen, not so much. So it's like, why in this hobby is it that every project leads to another project? Right? Like, it's never just done. It's never like, oh, hey, it's now, and now here you go. So no, not so much. So then I ended up picking up some sticks from Paradise Arcade, and I'm in the process of installing those right now. So one of them had a micro switch that wasn't working like 95% of the time. Every once in a while you could go backwards, but mostly not. And actually, when my daughter and I played it, because I'm like, look, honey, I got the game going. She said, you get to play the side with the bad switch. And then she'd like, she'd get me to the point where it's like I couldn't get to her. And then she had great joy in taunting me. It's like, can't reach me, can't reach me, can't reach me. So, so that was kind of fun. And it made exactly. It made Robotron a wee bit of a challenge to try to, shoot, move. I think I could shoot. It's
just like Forgotten Worlds.
Yes, totally. It's like the theme of me in games. So yes, right now I am replacing. So I finally got the new joysticks, and haven't had a minute to replace them. And then so there you go. That's one of the projects I was working on. So yeah, got the monitor working. Super excited. Soon we'll have this working, and that's gonna be awesome. And so that's the Mortal Kombat project. The other project that I've been working on is this dastardly Missile Command trackball. So to bring y'all up to speed, when there was all that like CAC sucks because everybody has all the games are broken. Well, one of the broken games was mine. So thanks for all that, guys. I felt really good about bringing my games. Yeah, so my
Mock.
totally.
Thanks,
Yeah,
Mock.
right? Thanks, Mock. Feeling really good about myself. So glad I brought that. So yeah, it was working right before. It was not working on site, and basically what it was is the trackball. In preparation for CAX, I cleaned it so it would be awesome. And in so doing, I managed to wipe off or clean off that minor layer of grime that was just enough for the ball to be touching the rollers because they were pretty worn. So basically the game would play, but you had to really push down in the trackball. So it kind of sucked because Missile Command is challenging enough without having to like really push down on the trackball. So, but I was hoping that like somebody on site would have, I was hoping that it would just, that someone on site would have the rollers. I mean, because you could kind of play it, but not great. And then it just got worse. So, so that was an embarrassment. But I thought, oh, well, this will be a simple fix. All I need, the rollers are worn. I'll just get new rollers. Simple. No, because this is fucking arcade repair. So, so I order new rollers, and I get them from my very first Bob Roberts order. I'm super excited. And they come, and I'm like, yes! So I go to put the new rollers in, disassemble the trackball, which is already a lot of fun. Go to put them in, and the rollers don't fit in my bearings. I'm like, what the fuck? And they were all rusted, so it wasn't even like a delight to even pull this shit apart. But anyway, so I go to put them in.
Common problem.
I think it's more common than one would expect. Yeah. So I can't get them in, realize that the bearing, the rollers are.
Sorry, I gotta stop clicking on every 2 seconds.
That would be the angry dragon right there.
Oh my god!
That's the angry dragon.
It's awful.
So, anyways, you Your rollers don't fit in your bearings.
My rollers don't fit in my bearings, so I'm like, okay, fine. Well, first, and then I honestly I doubt Bob Roberts. I'm like, oh, did I get the wrong bearings? Maybe he sent me the ones for the 3-inch trackball instead of the 2 1/4-inch trackball. So at a kind suggestion of someone like, oh, well, they sell them here. So I get another set of bearings and rollers, thinking, oh, probably it was a 3-inch bearing, not a 2 1/4-inch bearing. So I get a different set from I think the arcade shop, and lo and behold, same thing. So
now you're going to start selling rebuild kits because you've got enough of them.
Pretty much. So what the I don't want to. I hate to even take away the mystery of it, but I will. So y'all were wonderful a while ago, a few weeks ago, when I was like, I can't get my bearings out. How do I get any suggestions? And then Brad came up with an idea of putting a nail in a board. I ended up doing a screw in a board to pry the thing out. So I'm like, okay, I'll just swap the bearings because clearly these bearings will work with these rollers. Except the bearings are a little too big for the hole in my trackball assembly. So I do this again. And the biggest clue I had about what was going on was that the optical boards on my this is so much more arcade shop talk than you guys ever wanted. Andrew's just going to keep looking for dirty pictures. That's fine. There's like there's one person tuned in who cares about this stuff.
I am listening to every word you're saying.
Right. So my one clue about what's going on is that my optical boards say Sega on them. And where that's a clue is that when I had researched Missile Command, and for all, and this is a Missile Command cabaret, by the way, folks, is that Missile Command for European distribution was licensed to Sega. So it made me think, could I possibly have a European trackball? And bottom line, I got some calipers, went out and bought those so I could measure, because I'm like, okay, I'll just buy some special I'll buy bearings, see if Mike has, Manoman has bearings because he has a hobby shop. I'll see if he has bearings for it. And in measuring it, what I was starting to suspect was in fact the case, which is I had a European, AKA metric trackball. Yes. So what I would have needed, unfortunately, was a bearing that had the outside circumference of a metric assembly, but the inside inside opening to fit a U.S. measurement bearing, which basically does not live because either they're metric or they're U.S. measurement, but there's no little funny hybrid thing unless I wanted to build my own. So that set about a whole fun chain of figuring out what to do. Basically, I got a trackball. So I put a post on Clav saying, "Hey, has anybody else encountered this issue about this before I discovered it was metric of not having the roller set fit?" And everybody's like, "No, you just don't have the right thing." So and they're kind of right. I kind of didn't, but not for the reason we were all guessing. So in so doing, actually, Jimbo had posted a picture of like the exploded trackball assembly because he had looked at it when he came and helped me move my games at CAX.
That thing's fucked.
Right? So he posted a picture, and when the people on Clav saw it and went, "Oh, I have that," and I was wondering what the heck. I didn't think so. I didn't know what it was. Well, this guy was so inspired that he put his trackball up for sale. So I bought his trackball, and it only had, because it was essentially what I needed, but and figured I could take it for parts, and because he didn't have both optical boards. So yay, it is the same. And I didn't want to get a new trackball or like one of the centipede ones because the bolt holes are in a different place than my assembly, and I do not want to screw. My control panel is beautiful. I don't want to screw it up. I want to keep it original. So I really wanted to utilize, you know.
And you've already invested so much into this.
I know, right? Oh, and I should add that during the disassembly, the little plastic plate, the spacer plate, broke, and so me, in my crazy optimism, went skipping down to Tap Plastics, brought them my broken pieces, and had them construct and make for me a new plastic plate, spacer plate, because I'm thinking, oh, I'll just put a new ball bearing and rollers, and life is going to be wonderful and yay skippy down the road. So I've spent more money than I care to admit to get this thing that was going to be beautiful, and I've thought, gosh, if other people need it, then I can, I have the template for it, and won't this be a happy thing for the whole world that loves Missile Command?
Oh.
Right. So really, what I did is spend my money that I'm. Oh my God! I gotta see now. I gotta look at this thing.
That wasn't for you, Carrie. That
No,
was
I know.
for
I know.
Andrew just put it in her.
Yeah, I know. I see it. I see
Fingers aren't long enough.
Oh, that's good.
I wish I could present some of this shit.
Oh, I know.
So I love being Andrew's straight man. So we are getting towards the end of it. So get ready with your good material. Actually, the best material you got, because I'm almost done. So so anyway, so now, yes, I've spent a bunch of money for this stupid trackball, and so I try to reuse the optical boards from my original assembly with the new assembly, and they don't quite fit. But bottom line, it doesn't work. It's working kind of sporadically, spasmically, really. So bottom line, end up getting an Atari trackball, Atari trackball, to use for the optical boards to basically make for what will be a Franken ball, for want of a better term. Luckily, I'm able
to.
So
you're combining parts from like three trackballs, basically.
Right, exactly. And I do luckily I have access to a machine that I can test it in. But what ends up happening, because why my luck is just fucking jinxed with this machine, is one of the optical boards isn't good. So right now I'm waiting.
One of the two. That sucks.
One of the two, right? So
and that was supposed to be working, right?
Right. It was supposed to be working, but swapped them back and forth. So it was definitely the board. So right now, even as we speak, I'm waiting for the new optical board to be shipped to me, so that this can all be dealt with. So there you go.
Did you get that trackball off? Where'd you get that, off Clav or the?
No, off. Well, I hesitate to say the name because I don't want to make them sound bad, because I think that I believe that they believed that it was working when they sent it to me. It was a shop. It was a store. It was an online store. They're sending you another. With excellent customer service. Yes, okay. Very responsive and quick with priority mail.
All I want to know is
no question
in the story.
I'm sorry, I couldn't.
All I want to know is where the mouse is in the story.
Yeah. I know, right? No, maybe that's what's wrong, because this had no vermin. And in fact, I actually this will be my next story to post on my blog, and the story is virtually ready to go. I just have to actually get the game completely working, and then I can put it up. So there you go. So I've been actually quite busy with arcade stuff and things. And
congrats on your monitor. Yeah.
Thank you. Yes, that's
and
it.
And joysticks. What kind of joysticks did you get? Because what was originally in there for your Mortal Kombat?
I red ones.
Probably like what are like HAP competitions? Is that what's Mortal Kombat? I don't even know.
It's because you're a Street Fighter guy. It is there's basically two producers of them, and I went with the ones that I don't even remember, that are not the HAP.
Because those faces look a little different. They almost look like like Euro sticks, IL Euro.
Right.
ILs.
Yes.
Yeah, the ILs I think are the better ones.
Yes,
they're supposed to be better. Yeah, because
the
HAP I think actually makes the people at IL used to make the HAP. They outsourced to HAP back in the the early days when
Yeah.
they made all these stuff, and then they changed to
They changed their
China,
molds. Yeah.
and they went to shit. Like their joysticks suck now. So those are like the haps.
I have
The
what John.
good-
I have what John has. John and I have the same sticks.
John, oh, Jacobson.
Yes.
Gotcha. Luckily, micro switch joysticks are pretty cheap or not too expensive.
Oh yeah, no, totally, absolutely. So they
Not like the
so much
trackball.
easier than the Wicco sticks. I mean, sweet Jesus. Yeah, yeah, I know. And like oh my God, don't even talk to me about trackballs.
But if people are still making brand new Wiccos, they wouldn't be that expensive. They wouldn't be as expensive. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Like,
Hmm.
wow.
Yeah, so there you
I
go.
guess that,
I love that story.
Adventures in Arcade. And then I get to start drinking as soon as I finish with this little project. I have one
yeah,
joystick
you gotta
on.
catch up to some of us. I pounded
totally
the
do.
man down. That reminds me, I need a beer now. I didn't do a shit this week. Actually, wait a second. Today
You
I
posted
started
videos, didn't
drafting-
you?
I posted some Mega Touch videos. Yeah. I've still got like a ton to. I'll post one probably in a couple of days here. The only thing I did today, I started drafting like what my plan is for eyes, because I figure I can start restoring that cabinet. But it was kind of a sad thing. I was like, fuck, I really don't want to. I can't. I'm not gonna spray paint that in here, so I'm gonna end up rolling it. But you know what? I don't have to sand down the blue or anything like that, so I'm just gonna paint right over it with a roller and just be done. And then I'm going to laminate the sides. But I do have to do some Bondo, so I don't know how that's going to pan out. But hopefully it'll be a fairly quick cosmetic restoration. I've already got another marquee. I need to straighten out that bracket like we were talking about earlier. Put a marquee light in it, but you know, the laminate should save me some time and headaches. So that's it for me. And that's it. Well, see you next week. Yeah. I need a beer. All right, chat.
That's right. Talk amongst yourselves.
So Seabart, yeah, was that last week? Maybe you talked about that a little bit. Yes, we talked about that. I just remembered.
Oh, probably.
You did the Retro Bright.
And it turned out great. The only thing I have to do is, well, there's two things I have to do on the game. One is either test, and if it fails the test, replace this or try to. And the other thing is some of the, it's basically JB Weld, but for plastics.
Mm-hmm.
But some of it had a little chip in the bezel, so I had to kind of mold it in so it would blend in nicely.
Okay.
So I just have to kind of file that down, that little ridge, little bump down just a little bit, and it should blend in with everything. I shouldn't have to paint it.
Nice.
But the bezel did come pretty freaking white. And
Awesome.
the worst thing is, safety first, wear gloves when you're dealing with freaking Retro Bright. The peroxide will put you in some pain if you're not. And wear goggles. And I cleaned the garage out today, and I touched a rag that I used to wipe off the Retro Bright. And I did that 2 or 3 weeks ago now. And I touched the rag just to pick it up off the floor, put it in the garbage can. I did some other stuff, and then my finger started burning. I looked down, and it's peroxide burns all of my fingertips.
Oh, Jesus, dude.
Wow.
And I didn't even, say, okay, I know I have it in my hands. I go to the bathroom. I wash it off. Not so much pain, but it's there, and I can feel it. Kind of feels like when your fingers are really dry and you stretch them out, and you can feel them, like, crackling on the inside.
Yeah.
But this time, it's like, okay, well, all the garbage in the garbage can, I got to make room to build this frickin' thing that I'm doing in the garage for the community association. And I didn't know that the rag had peroxide and crap on it. I felt dampness, but I figured, okay, well, it was on the floor of the garage. The bottle of glycerin that I was using to make Retro Bright leaked all over the place. So I figured, okay, well, that's all that is on the rag. It's just this stuff. It's not harmful, but it was like Retro Bright or peroxide or both on it. And then about a half hour later, my hand just feels like it's on fire.
Oh,
I look
Jesus,
down
dude.
and go, oh, shit. That wasn't the glycerine gel. It was peroxide or retrobrite or a combination of. I go inside, I wash it off, and peroxide burn started healing up right when I started coming on here. And say, oh my, wear gloves. Like, go under your sink, grab your wife's dish gloves or yours. I'm not judging. But I owe my mom a new pair because I kind of put my hand in. I put my hand in just a little too hard, and it kind of, you know how you hold the end and you pull it on, try and get the fingers in. You don't want to do one of these and rip the frickin' thing right off of it. So I have to buy her a new pair of dish gloves that say Princess on them because they're the only ones in the damn house. And I couldn't find any latex.
Nice.
I went through 3 first aid kits and a trauma bag, and I couldn't find one pair of frickin' gloves, like first aid gloves, in any of the kits. So it looks like I got some restocking to do on those. And I really don't want to click on Andrew's link, but oh my god. Oh, and it just flopped out. Oh man, seriously? Oh, I think she's had too much sun.
Yeah, a little too much.
Yeah, maybe too much coffee there. She's shaking pretty good.
Yeah, I kind of feel like these might be reposts from a while back. Sorry.
Oh, it's okay. It still makes me think, thank God I'm single. If someone ever looked at my browser history, saw that, I'd be divorced. Pro tip, after watching the show, delete your browsing history.
I open every week's show in a private browser. Every single time.
Pro tip.
This is my work computer.
Oh, dear God.
What kind of work?
You're a brave freaking man on that. They don't have that keystroke logging stuff on there.
No.
Porn.
It's none of that.
Lots of porn. They don't like track.
Yeah, but if you look at the time, reality is that, hey, I'm at home.
Andrew, I always like the skydiving, the naked skydiving girl one.
The eyes, yep.
Yeah. Well, that's one way to plunge her.
And we're not talking about buttons.
No. Andrew, I will bow to the master of the oh my frickin' god porn links. I'm sorry, but those last 3 are holy fuck. So I'm just going to shut down the Chrome and wipe my browsing history and go back to Firefox for this show. Oh my freaking god! I'm about to bleach my cornea after that one, burn my hard drive, and smash my RAM. Wow.
Whoa. You've been saving that one for a while.
About 2 beers ago out of 4.
Yeah. Well, just call and use an incognito tab, guys.
Yeah. Private browsing, man. I wouldn't. Don't start this show without it.
Yeah.
The way to go.
Crikey.
Oh, Chris is keeping it going.
You guys
that's so
not
funny.
Me, Chris, the other Chris.
I actually have a USB plug at work that I drew a face on. It's not quite that detailed, but that's pretty good.
The creative guy.
That's the same idea of like shoving it in its mouth kind of thing. That's safe to share, pretty much. I mean, it's 4chan, looks like.
Yeah.
It's safe. It's tame. It's nothing with skin or body parts. It's safe.
Slightly suggestive, but yeah.
If you're under the age of 18, please do not look at this link.
Yeah.
Close your eyes, and we will let you know when it is safe. Thank you.
I like the little sketch down here.
Yeah.
Coincidentally, that's a great freaking idea.
Magna. Yeah, like I said, I wish I were at work. I totally have a USB plug that I have a face on like that.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm actually glad I'm not at work. What am I saying? Jesus Christ.
Crap.
I like the lighting because you can't see his eyes. Dave, the man in the dark. Drinking in the dark. Yep.
Dave. What's up?
What is up, man? Good news on the whole things are good about Grinkers.
Yeah, you finally told your wife this morning.
Yeah.
No.
And how many weeks
That's at
ago
least,
did you
at
get
least
the flight?
twice as early as last.
That's pretty early, yeah.
Well, she had asked if I was off that weekend to go camping with.
Oh no.
And I'm like, ooh, yeah, it's always that weekend. And I'm like, no, but she may go with the kids, which is fine. That's actually because they said they have an extra cabin that's just there, and she doesn't even have to pay because it's just there. So she's going to decide if she's going to go. But that's actually better because that'll give them something to do. And I don't really want to go anyways.
Gotcha. It's been a while, Dave. How's the Bud Light treating you? I like the hat.
Thanks, the Bud Light hat, yeah. My buddy Tim Bacon had it in his, that big guy that was on here the once with the sleeves fell off.
Yeah. I still laugh about that.
Yeah, he goes, hey man, you can have this. I never wore it. I'm like, excellent.
Speaking of Bud Light.
Yeah.
Seabart.
What's Seabart doing?
Oh, he's
Look
got
at
an
your-
image
look at
of
your
Bud
li-
Light.
I sent a link there to the IRC.
Oh boy.
Was this some weird thing with a...
No,
Yeah,
it's something just for you. It's for you.
I knew that was going to be that. I was going to say that's exactly what it was going to be.
He's seen that one
And
before.
it's unopened.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's gonna shotgun it here in a second.
It looks like it's good. It's kind of frosty too.
I wonder if she can open a screw top.
Oh boy.
Oh. I know. Maybe Kara can put her in touch with the lady with the smuggling the hot sausage.
No, that's right.
Oh,
Good memory on that one.
good
The
memory.
spicy-
Debating all that.
Yeah.
I told my boss that one, and he just cringed. It's like she put what where?
Yeah.
Like yeah. That even made my vagina hurt, and I don't even got one of them.
Wow. Your back vagina?
Balloon nut.
Huh? I didn't know robots had penises.
Hey Andrew,
Somewhere.
the machine gun light on the Spy Hunter went out. I'm assuming it probably maybe burn out because it's always on. Is that possible?
Those are all LEDs. So
Yeah,
I would check the connections. I kind of doubt those LEDs, and that was less than a year and a half, maybe 2 years.
All right, I think it was out since I got it, but I didn't realize I wasn't really paying attention.
Yeah,
and all of a
yeah.
sudden I noticed. I'm like, wait a minute, I think this is supposed to be lit. And
Yeah,
in my mind, because
It's always lit. Yeah, you're right. So pull the bezel and just check the LED on it. It may have just come loose, but I seriously doubt it's burned out.
all right, that was why I thought it probably did come loose. But I'm like, maybe there's a chance that because I mean I don't know, same technology. Like I had LED. My kitchen was redone in 2013, and one of the LEDs did burn out.
It is
Right.
possible. It's usually an electronic failure of some kind in those, and it is possible because, I mean, there's probably only maybe 50 hours, well, not 50 hours, wouldn't even be 50 hours, maybe 20 hours of that game being on.
All right, unlike
I mean,
my
'cause I
kitchen,
don't-
like it's always on.
Right,
It's
yeah,
always
yeah.
on. Every night it's on all night. So all right.
But if electronics fail, like generally speaking, like new electronics, that's why you never buy the extended warranty on any electronics, because if they're going to fail, generally speaking, they're going to fail within the first like 20 to 30 hours of, maybe 100 hours of use. After that, then generally speaking, they're going to be good for a long time. Generally speaking, so it's possible
Or a month outside of the extended warranty that you
right.
buy.
Well, yeah,
Right,
that's
one or the other.
That's the Murphy twist on it. Yeah.
The only thing I'd ever recommend buying extended warranty on is furniture, because I bought it was like $149, and it was like 5 years, and we had our furniture set for 4, and then I got all new shit.
But what happened?
Because it
to
was-
it? Like, why did it?
Well, when we bought it, the salesman
Sorry,
it was
Jim.
it was It was wait, what did Jim do?
No, I've got
I
crickets.
don't know if that's you, Andrew.
It's well, I don't know. I can hear crickets through my headphones, so
Yeah, I can hear him too.
I hear
I
it
think
too.
it's Dave, but I love it. I don't even have to hit that sound effect. He can
I,
just like be quiet.
I mean, I can close the doors. It's just that it's nice and it's kind of warm in here, and so the air flow is kind of nice. But
Oh,
if,
that's
the
right.
crickets, if the crickets are bothering you, I will.
Nah, I think I like it.
When I bought the furniture, the salesman, I bought microfiber,
Yeah.
and which I had something else. And he's like, "Oh yeah, you can just wash it off with laundry dish soap and water."
Yeah.
You can if it's a code W. Ours was code S, which is for solvents. So if the first time we got something on it, I wiped it off, and we had water stains. So I called, and the guy would come with denatured alcohol, literally, and clean up all the water stains. And he did this for every 6 months. I'd have him come and do it,
God.
and I'd throw him $10 or $20 or whatever. Thanks, man.
And this was
Even
being
though it was
covered in a warranty.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
then, 4 years into it, I called, and they'd switch guys. So
Yeah.
the new guy's like, I don't know how I'm going to get these out. I go in, because it was lighter colored stuff, and it was just all water stains. And he goes, I'll put it in, and I got all new shit, credit of $4,500.
Wow.
And this was 4 years later.
So did they replace it with the same microfiber bullshit?
No, I got to pick whatever I wanted.
Oh wow!
And we just went something with code S.
Right.
I mean code W, that we could use
Right.
water. Which we know, you get something on, you wipe it off, you don't have a watermark.
Right.
It's totally durable. And we have another one, but it was same. It was code W. I just didn't know there was a difference. So it was actually the salesman.
I didn't know that either. That's actually really good. There you go. Pro tip for this show.
Yeah. Solvent versus
know your microfibers.
Yeah, W. Because solvent only.
No.
Dry cleaning solution.
No, your microfibers. That's a shout out for all fans of the old David Letterman show, back when he was on NBC.
I used to love David Letterman.
I love David Letterman.
Yeah.
I was a huge fan.
Yeah, I was a fan for years. He had a Bay Area show actually that I had seen a few times too when I was wee young.
Jack, I swear to God, I posted that one before.
All right.
Maybe.
Oh, he has. You
That's
have
proper
it.
fucked up.
I think you guys need to start a log, of links that you.
Right. We'll just post them all to Snapchat or.
All right. So my suggestion for anyone changing these joysticks is to have a friend with you so they can push down the little plastic part, so you can stick the E-clip.
Oh, the spring.
The E-clip.
Oh,
the E-clip.
Yeah, right.
I think I've always learned the place on my leg where I can brace the joystick against and then mash it down and.
I'm doing the same thing. I'm using my leg, but your legs are a little bit longer than mine. So in order for me to actually get the pressure, I actually have to lift my leg off the ground, unless I got some sort of stool that I could put my leg on. Oh my God, this is a pain in the ass. I got one on though. Oh, come on, baby, you got it.
Well, the great part is all we can see is from armpits up. So what's happening below there, we have no idea.
Nice.
Yeah, right?
I really don't want to know.
Someone needs to take screenshots of that, and then we'll fill in the bottom half.
Carrie hits the E-clip.
I am genuinely red. That's awesome.
That stick takes 2 hands.
Yeah, right? Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
This joystick takes 2 hands and a knee. Come on, you got it. Dare I say it? I'm so close.
So are we.
Jesus, squirting. Now just remember, do you have that on a control panel, or you have to do that whole thing over again?
Oh.
Like put the joystick all back together, that won't fit on the control panel.
Right?
No, there it is. Ah, fuck.
Right? It would not even be funny. Oh my god, I'm so
Been
gonna
there,
have
done that.
I'm so gonna have a celebratory Manhattan. I think I got these bad boys on
You'll be
there.
sorry, Pee Wee
Yes.
Herman.
Oh yeah, Dave's here. I haven't done this in a long time.
Paging Mr. Herman.
That's right. Shall we try it out?
Yeah.
Whoa, are you gonna take us into your garage?
I'm gonna take you into the garage. Yes.
69, dudes!
It doesn't even matter what started.
Close up.
You could always.
You can always throw one of those in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's Hannibal Lecter's girlfriend, I believe.
What?
See Bart is the last link.
Oh, I haven't seen the link yet.
Yeah, I'm not as good at this as Andrew, so I'm getting the sloppy seconds. I'm used to it by now.
As Andrew is.
I mean,
Hey, while Carrie takes
it'll
us
help you
into
get to
her
those
garage,
molars.
No, definitely.
All right, arcade related here.
Uh-oh.
So
We
if you
don't
guys
talk
ever
about
put an
arcade
order
stuff
in-
on here.
Boring.
boring. Yeah. Yeah. Jeez, no.
He just hung himself up.
Well, if you can't beat them, join them. No.
Ah.
If you can't beat them, beat them. No. So when you guys have ordered certain, you know, they always do FedEx, so shipping's stupid money. So like when you have when you're spending like $20, I'm trying to figure out like what else I should order to make it worth it.
Right.
Because I'm ordering a couple parts, but like I'm trying to I'm looking around. I'm like, what do I really need? Like, what am I low on? Do you order like wire stuff or LED? I mean, I'm pretty stocked up on everything. I'm trying to figure out what to just throw like $15-20 at.
Sometimes, like, I'll just pick up some extra power supplies just to have.
T-molding, maybe.
T-molding,
Yeah.
sure, yeah.
Bigger box, though.
Oh, actually, yeah, I would need T-molding for eyes. That's a good point.
Oh yeah.
Good point.
Yeah, I've gotten tea molding from them. That's good stuff.
Oh shit! I need team molding for the fucking game too. Crap.
T-molding hangouts. All right. All right. Well, that answers that. Good call.
Teabagging what?
Teabaggins. No.
Andrew, where did you get? Because you had a giant. You have a giant roll
Penis.
of team molding, don't you?
Yeah, I got like a 250-foot fucking spool
Penis.
of T-molding
Yeah.
or something like that. I have a 250-foot penis,
Yeah.
which is why
It's wrapped around his garage. He's been using it as an extension cord.
Let me pull that in.
Excuse me while I whip this out. Yeah.
Yeah. Whip's not here.
I might go ahead and go to the grocery store. You go ahead and finish off there.
So your question is, where did I get that big-ass roll of T-molding?
Yeah, was that Twisted?
Let me double check, because I got it sitting in the box right up here.
Fuck,
Oof.
what does Rockhold cabinets use? They must use 3/4 inch, I would imagine.
Yeah. Is it textured or smooth, though? That's the thing. The leathered finished or the...
It's smooth.
It's textured.
Yeah.
It's not smooth.
So, Gak, is that a
there.
pretty slow porno there, you figure? That last pic you posted? I think that'd be pretty slow.
Yeah, probably so. Yeah.
Yeah, so mine came from tmolding.com.
Okay.
Okay.
What was the price per foot, or what was the cost for your roll?
Frankly, I don't remember. I mean, I can check and see if maybe there's an invoice in there. Hold on.
Oh, geez, I made him get up again.
Yeah, it's a stupid big-ass roll, but the Big Blue has like 35 or 40 feet of T-molding all by itself.
Jeez. Yeah, because I have to do the T-molding on this guy here because it's cracked and broken. I've just kind of been, okay, when I order next, I'll
Yeah.
get the T-molding for it. But Starship, it needs it as well. I thought it was okay, but then I started looking at it, and I've been split and then restapled a few times on the back. That is a big frickin' black.
And this is after I freshly T-molded the Big Blue. So this is minus the
Yeah.
40 feet.
Jeez.
I would just go on to tmolding.com and just check their current prices for bulk T-molding. I mean, this is just the plain black standard 3/4 inch.
Yeah.
Black.
Yeah, if all you're buying is T-molding,
250 feet, you said it was?
I don't remember. It's a giant. They're big roll.
be enough for like 10 cabinets probably. You know, about
Yeah.
20-25 feet per cabinet is the average.
Oh, I'm doing that math now. I got 9.5, but that's based on Starship, and that's T-molding all the way around, so.
I want to say I got like was it 80 foot? 80 or... No, it's more than that.
Hey,
I don't know,
you
it's
know,
like 30 cents a foot or something like that. It's cheap when you buy it in bulk.
Yeah.
oh, bulk pricing. You get anything. You want one thing. If you need more of it, or you can justify it. So, like collecting something like T-molding,
Yeah.
you're always
black-
going to need it.
Black T-molding in this fucking hobby. You'll go...
Sounds like a boot
your-
up sound, Carrie.
Yeah.
Yep.
Ooh,
All right.
look at that.
You use it.
Oh, by the way, I stand corrected. Rockola cabinets use 5/8 inch. I just measured.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
All right. Hold on. We're going for...
Pretty sure in my video for the Big Blue, I think I mentioned how much I bought. So I'd have to go back to verify that.
Yeah, I believe you did. Congratulations on finally putting out the last video there a couple weeks ago.
I know, like it was funny. Crafty sent me a message. He's like, "Oh wow, did you just finish that up this spring?" I was like, "No, dude, I finished that up like over a year ago."
I'm watching. It's like, didn't you
I just had
start this
Yeah.
like a while ago? And you look, and the last video was put up like 11 months ago.
Yeah, it
It's
was
like,
bad.
oh wow.
I just haven't had a chance to do the editing. I've actually got a couple more done. I think on Wacko. I shot a bunch of video on that one, and I just hard to make the time to do all the editing.
Is it working?
I haven't. I need to.
You probably need to
Point it
plug
up.
in. Is it? Did you plug in the control
Toasty.
panel, Molex?
It's all plugged in. So, oops, there we go. You probably. All right. Oh, I should have done 2-player.
2-player, yeah.
Although it does seem to be going in all directions, and as a bonus, the direction that I actually am pushing it. So
Wow.
that's.
That's
That
a
is
double
a bonus.
bonus.
And I'll tell you what. Let me clean up the other
Picture
player.
looks good. It's a bright picture.
Right? Isn't it gorgeous?
Kung Lao.
All right, and let's try the other side. Oh no, wait. Sorry.
Wait, you probably have to
Yeah.
add more credits.
No, I did. Nope. It seems to be, in fact, going in the direction I want.
Nice.
Doesn't it have a service menu for like testing all the buttons and the joysticks and stuff?
Oh
Sure,
yeah.
take away my draw.
I think.
Whatever.
I think the more
No,
content that-
we all enjoy watching you play with yourself. I'm just wondering if maybe there was an easier way for you to do it.
Well, I just am checking to see if this. You know what? We seem to be working.
Sweet. It's no karate champ, but you know.
No, that's true. It's not.
Liu Kang.
Liu Kang wins. Flawless victory.
Yep. Flip, move.
Show us your skills, Carrie, against a dummy opponent.
All right.
No, you'll
I
have
feel
to
like
feature
All right.
yourself and
I'm
Taylor in
calling
one of
this a
these videos.
success.
And you two
I should be
just
playing the
that.
Mortal Kombat right now.
Yes.
Did you win?
I'm just kidding.
Yay, Carrie!
I won and I lost. You know, I know
Oh,
with this.
oh.
Honestly, I just won because I have 2 joysticks that work. Life is good.
4 bright buttons and 2 joysticks.
Nice. And now, yes, exactly.
Isn't that your red tent?
play with it for the nuances another time.
Oh yeah, that thread entry, by the way.
Oh yeah, the red tent thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
I'm
feel bad,
surprised how
but-
many people shit talk it.
Well, I mean, let them shit talk it. That's fine. But like the reality is that like there's a market, without a doubt,
Mhm.
for these things, and I don't see it
and
going
it's-
away.
Oh
no,
shit!
and I was agreeing with you.
Anything
I
Nintendo.
fuck it up.
Yeah.
Well, the problem, well, not the problem, but the thing about the red tents though is that there is a wide range, and people don't get it that like it's an easy game to come across for little money, but they don't understand how much it takes to restore one. So there's a spectrum that you can, you can get one for $200, but it may cost, if you want to fully restore one, it may cost you $800,
Easily, yeah. No, that's what I was trying to say. Is like you can drop $1,000 into restoring one of these things, no problem.
Yeah.
Can I just say before I go inside, and I'm not gonna fix it tonight, but I did fuck something up.
Oh no!
What did you do?
You remember the joystick that I had so much trouble?
You put the dust washer.
So the dust washers that came with it were red, but the originals were black, and I switched it on the one, but the one that gave me so much trouble, where I was having so much trouble getting it on, that one's red.
You're having trouble getting it on. Well, Carrie, to be fair, you should actually those should be underneath and not on top of the control.
They should be underneath.
Oh.
I made that mistake with turtles when I first got it, and then I started looking at pictures. I'm like, wait a second.
Good to know, because they were on top before.
My Street Fighter's like that too. They came both ways, but generally speaking, you want them below because that'll block the joystick from getting the dust inside of it, but they won't sit on top and fuck up your panel.
Well, good to know. So then I could basically.
It's supposed to have the dust washer on top, but it fucks up the panel.
Yes.
Oh.
Well, underneath, when you go to put it on, you got to take that metal plate up, because on 3, I think they still had the metal plate.
Yep.
You might have to, depending on the size of your dust washer, either route the wood out from underneath or cut your dust washer down so it will actually physically fit and move in a complete circle without hitting the sides of wood inside.
There's a metal plate?
On the joystick.
2 and 3. I don't know if 4 had a metal plate.
Oh, okay. I see on the
Yeah, there's an actual metal plate on top.
Which is maybe why they came on top in the first place, because whoever was doing it was like, fuck that shit. All right, well, I'll mess with it another time. But no, yeah, because it came with it on top. So
I love the Cry Champ side.
And then I did a beautiful job.
Some of the dust washers were flat. Others had a raised rim right around the very outside.
Yeah,
so you might have to cut that raised rim off. Otherwise, it will not actuate between the metal plate and the wood. It'll pinch it when you put it in.
But you can take like a pair, like a tin snips, and just trim the edge of that thing off.
Yeah,
you won't see that even if you fuck up the edge, it'll be fine.
So I have to. So in other words, I have to completely take the joysticks off entirely and mount this thing underneath.
And the buttons.
And the buttons and the metal panel.
Yes, everything. You have to take all the bolts, all the buttons, everything loose. So you can pull the metal plate up, put the dust washer in, then put it all back down, and then put everything back in. Yep. So either leave them on top or have 2 hours.
On top sounds awfully good to me. Gotta say, I'm thinking they look pretty good right like that, and I may even grow fond of one black and one red. Jeez.
All of mine are on top too, so don't worry.
Yeah, no.
You can always get a piece of Lexan replay. So
I need me another farm girl and another beer.
I am not pleased. Seriously?
Get it?
Yeah, we get it.
No joke.
Not.
Killer Instinct 1 and 2 is the same way. So WF and a couple others. NBA Jam dedicated, they're all that way.
Actually, that's a good point. So, actually, the Nintendo ones on Donkey Kong, there's 2 dust washers. There's a black one that goes underneath the panel, on top of the joystick, and there's a clear one that goes on top of the panel.
Yep, and the clear ones I hate. I don't like
clear ones. You got to get rid of those. Just don't even use those because they fuck up your overlays and they don't do anything.
So why do you even? But so this came with the red, but my old one said black. I know because they were sitting happily on top of my control panel, looking beautiful that way. So why would you even care if they don't sit on top and they sit underneath? You'd never see them anyway, right? Like why would you care if they're red or black?
It's not really a vanity thing. It's literally a dust thing to keep the cokes and shit like that from going in there.
Right, but the dust.
Why would you care about the colors? What you Carrie's asking?
Oh,
exactly.
I'm sorry.
Gonna see.
Yeah, so why would there even be red ones?
Oh, you can still see them at the base of the joystick.
I like my
If
theory
you look
better, which is that
down,
you're
but,
wrong.
I don't think
They
you-
don't belong under there.
I posted
Like I said,
your joysticks if they've been changed before, because I can tell you if they're original. Because I've got several more comments.
Oh, you're cutting.
Yeah,
You're cutting out Buffett. Like,
said post some pictures of your original sticks. I can tell you whether-
What's that? Oh, you're really cutting
Can
out.
you hear me now?
yeah.
Okay, post some pictures of the original joysticks. I can tell you whether
Okay.
they're original or not.
Oh.
They've been replaced sometime in their life. Because the
Oh,
original ones were different.
I would imagine that the ones that I got in this game have been. I would imagine they've been replaced, especially since they apparently have the dust shields there on the wrong side. I'm so disgusted.
Right.
This has been a bad night of arcade repair, and I'm going to start drinking.
Hey,
Fuck
at
you
least
all.
your joystick. Look at the bright side. At least the joysticks work.
Yeah,
Yes,
that's the
that's
most
true.
important.
They do.
The game works.
Quite
That's
frankly,
the
yeah.
most
Yeah, the game
important.
works.
Always look at the bright side. I just
Yep.
saved a bunch of money by switching to Geico.
15%.
Yeah, the game works, and quite frankly, will my daughter care that the dust busters are on top and not underneath?
Well, the average person, and like Andrew said, I mean, some games came with them on top and some not.
Yeah.
So
My Street Fighter had them on top.
All right. Well, I'm
It
gonna.
it doesn't affect the gameplay. It's just like you were saying all about the wear.
Yeah, it will wear, like if you've got a Lexan overlay, it will wear a, and actually on the Nintendo cabinets, do not, that's actually an important tip, do not, if you're rebuilding these things, put that clear dust washer on top. It does nothing, and it will fuck up your panel. Yeah.
Ah.
Just do not. And there is a lower one as well. So there's
Just say
2
no.
dust washers on the Donkey.
That's
Man,
I haven't taken apart Junior in so well. I haven't actually played the game in so long because it's been in storage. Ah.
So for these ones, there's only one dust washer, and put it wherever you want. People will bitch about it if you put it either place. So,
But now we know.
And knowing is half the battle.
And let's face it, most of the time that I'm going to be playing this, it will be as a multi-Williams.
and do you have a Lexan overlay on that, or is it just the textured control panel?
Just a textured control panel.
Yeah, you're not going to wear through that anytime soon. So leave it.
Yeah, no,
or
especially given how much Taylor and I are likely to be playing Mortal Kombat. Honestly, not going to be a lot.
You and Mock are going to have so much to talk about.
Oh my God, that's right.
Poor
All
Mock.
right,
I wish
making myself
here.
a cocktail. Yeah.
Except Grinkers doesn't have a Mortal Kombat.
That we know of currently, right?
Oh, that's a good point.
Yeah, that's right. It could have all
We have
changed.
no idea, actually. I have no idea what Steve's putting in. Although we need to get a game list pretty soon.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, how funny would that be if... no, there was no way a fighting game would ever be in the tournament because it'd take too long.
It takes too
people
long.
are good.
Yeah.
That's why I'll never see eyes in the tournament again.
Probably not. No.
That's right.
That's
You ruined it
gonna
for
be my
everybody,
drunken-
Jimbo.
And I will
That's
never
gonna
see
be
Rastan in
my
another
drunken,
tournament.
my drunken Thursday is gonna be eyes.
Nice.
I can't wait for that Thursday.
Is it all dialed
Oh,
in
I
with
love
Clint?
those.
So, Dave,
I
when are
haven't-
you
I haven't
coming
talked
in? You got your flight?
So
Me,
You have his
well,
email.
I go. I
Oh,
can
yeah,
go.
email.
I can go. Whenever I want. As far as I got to clear with the wife. I just don't want to get stuck again Friday.
Yeah.
And
gotta be there.
Dave, you got to come out Thursday, man.
Thursday.
Do not be in Utah while the rest of us are drinking.
I know. The only thing is, it's such a bitch. Like, I have to take 3 flights, no matter pretty much how I go. And, like, to leave on Thursday, like, it's almost like I have to leave first thing in the morning. Or there's one flight leaving at, leaving at 1, leaving at, like,
Fly out to Denver and just drive out with us.
yeah, right.
Dave, that was my response.
Well, last year I
Tell
Although
him Jimmy needs to.
I've seriously considered it though.
We
for
have a
little
good
while.
time. It's a good drive.
How long of a drive is it?
12 hours.
Well,
Oh my god. No thanks. No thanks. No way. Oh my
keep
god.
the change.
I mean, I'm even thinking there's an Operation Wolf that I can get for like 125 because my harness is all fucked up, and it's like an hour and 20 minutes away, and I don't even want to go get it.
I don't blame you. That's 2 hours and 40 minutes for Operation Wolf.
I know that. But my dad spent so much time on that gun, and it's sitting there
right.
all minty, and it's not working. And my kids keep asking because it's got the gun on it, and I keep looking, and I can't find a harness, and
the harness is completely missing.
Well, no, my harness was hacked up, and it was soldered right to the board.
Okay.
So a bunch of the wires came off, and I'm like, all right, this would be, because the guy said it was working, but he think the PCB died. He said, no, everything's there, and I'd have them on, and I just make the best out of the two, I guess.
Right.
But I just don't want to do it. I just don't want to do it. I don't want to drive the 2 hour or whatever, 2 hours and 40 minutes.
What are they asking for it?
He said he said 150. I think I could text him and say 125. He wanted 200, and it's because it's listed broken. And I just said, I go, look, I just wanted to
Dave. Come on.
Well, I don't
Make
know.
your kids happy.
Yeah, but it's like my kids start school tomorrow, so this would have to be Thursday or Friday, and I just like that means I gotta take the van out of service with the the wife's here and my son's. It's just gonna be a pain. I don't know. I just don't want to do the drive. But back to Grinkers. So I looked. There was a flight that left at like 1:30. Got there at 8:30. The only problem is I think it goes to like Seattle or something, some city where there's not a ton of connections. So I don't think to Boise. So if I don't make it,
right.
Like I'd like to go somewhere like if I have to spend the night in a connection city, I got a bunch of options in the morning to get there early. I don't know. I'm gonna have to look. I really do want to go Thursday because I don't want to go through that again on Friday and get there Friday.
We have to throw some money down on Marble Madness again.
Oh yeah, I love it.
Dude, I was this fucking close. I got my best score ever the other night. I was this close to finishing level 5. I didn't realize where the goal was, like where the finish spot was, until it was too late. I'm like, oh shit, I'm going up here when it's like down there. I could have totally made it if I had known where it was.
Oh, Jim, I thought you'd like finish that game, like rolled it.
Oh fuck no, dude! I suck ass. Like I'm happy when I've gotten to the 5th stage probably like less than 10 times.
Oh.
And so when it's always I can have the best game ever, but when it gets to the end of the 4th stage, Dave, you know what I'm talking about with those little things that come out of the ground.
I hate those things.
And they're random because sometimes the pattern is 1, 2, 3, 4. Sometimes they all come out, and that's to me that's shaved off 20 seconds. Like
it's like Thor's hammer but limp.
Yes.
Exactly. It fucking pisses me off because it's such a wild card. You never know. Sometimes it's like, oh shit, I made it all the way through, but so that pisses me off because I can have the best game ever, and that one spot kills it for me.
Isn't Marble Madness like pretty consistent though every game, or does it change? Is there a random factor to it every game?
It's just that portion to me that's completely random because there's 2 or 3 different patterns that these enemies have in that last segment, and it differs all the time.
I don't get there all the time either, and then you're racing the clock. Like, oh fuck, it's like the nerves set in, like I gotta get it, like I don't have much time.
And even if you get through there, even if I made it to level 6, like I had like 2 or 3 seconds, it's gonna give me 30 seconds tops to finish level 6, and that's impossible. So, and level 6, I don't know if you guys have ever seen level 6. You can look it up on YouTube or whatever. But there's disappearing blocks. So like you need time to finish that stage because you have to be patient.
And there's sections that are like ice, right, where you slide. You hit it wrong, you slide off the side of it.
I don't know if they're.
I think that's on section 6.
It could be, yeah.
Well, how many levels are there total? Like 8 levels total,
6.
or something like that? 6.
Nope, 6.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah.
All right.
That's it. Yeah.
And then once you finish level 6, is it like game over, or do you have to start over again?
Nope. It's game over, but you get the scoring is weird because like my high score is like just a hair under 50,000 points, and if you finish level 6, you get like hundreds of thousands of points.
Oh.
so
like,
it really
every second's worth 100,000 points.
Yeah, for finishing the game, you get like a stupid amount of points. But I don't know. Like
never
now,
finished
now,
it.
now that I have all these games, a limited amount of games and stuff. And although I need to start playing Eyes again before Grinkers, but I've been playing a lot of Marble Madness lately.
Can we see a game
Especially
tonight?
now that Mega Touch is done. Yeah, I want to get decent at that game, decent enough. I would love to be able to finish it. I don't think I'll ever get a world record, but I would love to just be able to finish it a few times. Like I can consistently hit all the shortcuts now. 3 is still kind of. I can hit it probably 75% of the time, the jump.
Yep.
But yeah. I think my trackballs are finally getting worn in enough that I'm getting really good revs on it. It's amazing how long it fucking takes. Like I wish, like I can totally understand. Like man, I should just. It would be nice to be able to throw this out on location somewhere where people are just gonna play the fuck out of it and then like.
Right.
Where are the bearings? Yeah.
You buy a new
everyone's like,
control
oh,
panel overlay and
yeah.
you're done. Yeah, and it's broken.
Yeah, I mean, like people always say, "Oh, just you rebuild it and you're good." But no, you need. It's not the bearings. You can wear the bearings in. You have to wear the rollers in, and people don't understand that. That's one thing I've learned about these trackballs, especially with that game, is that yeah, you can take a drill and you can wear down the bearings, and yeah, man, these bearings they spin crazy, but the rollers need just enough wear where that trackball is always
seated,
resting in there.
Yeah.
It has to be like hugged in there. And if it's not, if it's brand new rollers, you get a little bit of skipping. It takes a long time for that to get the good traction. And that's where you need a ton of wear. I actually just read something. Because I was researching. Well, actually, I was trying to help Carrie out with her Missile Command trackball, and this was a while back. But I read that someone recommended that you go out and you buy one of these sanding disc sets for your drill, so you can get it's a drill bit that has a rubber pad on it, and it's made for sandpaper, so you can sand with your drill. But you don't put the sandpaper on it. You just use that rubber pad, and you press that against the actual track, the ball itself.
Spinning like crazy.
And you spin it around and spin around, and
wow.
that's how you wear down the rollers.
Huh.
And so I was saying, I've thought about doing something like that, giving that a shot, because that's cheap. You can get one of those for like $7-8 at Home Depot.
Wow.
Interesting.
Wow.
But yeah, it's those rollers that you really need to, and that's something that you can't just do easily. It takes a lot of effort to wear that in, and it's not like you need to, like, you look at these old trackballs, like the originals and stuff, and yeah, the rollers have these big divots in them, and that gets to a point where the trackball is not gripping. I think that's what Carrie's problem was. But if you can get just enough in there where the trackball is snug, then you're golden. And
so do you think maybe like keep the original rollers but put it in a new ball? Because actually, it's funny too. Because like it's amazing to me that a trackball, a plastic or polyurethane or whatever those track balls themselves are made out of, actually will eat through the fucking metal of the rollers. That's crazy.
Yeah. Well, and interesting, you talk about Centipede, Carrie's Missile Command. Those are the same exact size. You can use a pool ball because 2 1/4 inches is what a pool is.
Yeah.
Pool ball is. So you could put like an 8-ball in there and be like, "Hey, look at me!" But
and people do. I've seen that. Yeah.
Yeah, I probably have maybe 300 or 400 plays on my my newly rebuilt, new rollers, new ball, new bearings, trackball, and my Centipede, and it's finally starting to feel good.
Yeah, it's amazing because like when I restored Marble Madness, I spent a long time on Claw posting about researching about trackballs. I remember talking with Dan Reed at Gorfchamp's party. It's so sad that guy is hanging up the shop. But we were talking about Marble Madness there, and me and Dan Reed were talking about how why do our trackballs kind of skip sometimes when you go in a certain direction? And it's because of the rollers. It's because they're new rollers. It's not sunk in. And I experienced the same thing, Andrew, with my Centipede. It took me a long time. You had to play and play and play, and I would walk past the room, and I still do this with Marble Madness once in a while.
Just wing 'em.
If I'm to get some use in there.
No, it's true. I even found like the things with the rollers on that one where if you spun it perfectly horizontally, it would do stuff like it would spin, but then slightly curl up at the end.
Yeah.
And it's I don't know if that's just like where the ball is dragging slightly on one roller, and so it's a little bit slower on one than it is on the other one. So you get this thing where it's like if you just spin the ball, it's just like it's like it would go and then go up a little bit or go down a little bit.
Yeah, and the one
I don't remember which one it was.
indicator-
It was a pain in the ass.
And the one thing too that stinks is that you can get really good spins like straight forward off to one side where the trackball is completely perpendicular with one of the rollers.
Yeah.
But if you want to go like completely like right or completely left, it's very stiff and you don't get much. And that only comes with a lot of wear and time.
Right.
You only get that. And
so back to my original question, which is, do you think it might be better to keep the original rollers, which are broken in, but go with a new ball, which will fill in the slots better? So new bearings and a new ball, but keep the original rollers.
Well, think about it. The ball and the bearings are aged together. So if you put a new ball in, you're only going to be hitting the very outer edges of the rollers.
Right. So if you imagine like a C where everything is not quite touching.
Right. Well, the thing too is that I haven't come across a lot of track ball. Well, I've come across a couple, but for the most part, the ball.
You can barely fit it in your mouth.
I can barely. I'm just like. No.
Jim can unhinge his jaw. He's a fucking marvel of nature.
Can I just say, Buffett, you had a stroke of brilliance, which I didn't think about, because when I cleaned my trackball, and I was going to make everything spectacularly wonderful for CAX, I also, about that same time, put in a new ball. And that's when it stopped working. And it never, and I bet you're right that it didn't.
Wait, so do you put in a new ball, but the original rollers?
Right. So originally I cleaned the rollers and I put in a new ball. Now, I will say, before I cleaned it, with the new ball, it did work. But after I cleaned it with the new ball, it did not work. But there might.
But I saw.
But it's a good point too, because
your rollers were really worn though, Carrie.
Oh yeah, no, my rollers were worn.
Because you were getting nothing. I mean, like you were getting like a half revolution if you were.
Oh yeah, no, I have to push down.
Getting.
Yeah, no, I had to push down really hard.
Do you have your original ball that was in there?
Yes.
All right, so this might be an interesting test. Get out your calipers that you just bought, and compare the size of the ball, the old ball, to the new ball.
You're saying because maybe the metric is different.
They have to, right? So like the rollers break down, right? So the ball also has to shrink.
Yeah, no, that's true.
Because there's no way that the ball is harder than the metal. If anything, the ball would shrink faster.
Yeah, no.
So I'll bet your ball is actually smaller.
Ever so slightly
than the new one.
Wow.
That could. Yeah, no, that could very well be. It could be although, well, I'm sure that so I got this from an op, and I'm willing to bet that the op ended up switching out. Like probably this metric trackball is something that he swapped out. So whether he used the original ball or the old ball, I don't know. But yeah, that'll be fun. I'll give that a shot.
That would be really interesting to find out how much the balls wear down.
Yeah. Yeah. No.
Well, you do get that thing too, like where the ball becomes almost wobbly in the trackball, where it doesn't. Yeah. And Missile Command cocktails and the Cabaret Saint, because these are the same ones. Those little tiny balls.
Mm-hmm. Yep, 2 1/4.
Yeah. So those ones, I've felt a bunch of those where there's you feel like you could almost move the the ball itself.
And here's one thing that's really interesting about the Missile Command, the Cabaret, and the Mini 2 1/4 is that because the assembly is all metal. Actually, it's a really cool design, but I was doing a ton of research. There's a website. Actually, I should post a link here.
Interesting. So those use all metal.
Right. Yep. It's all. It's so different from honestly, getting that Centipede trackball. It feels so cheap and cheesy compared to my Missile Command trackball. Which
the Wacko one's the same thing. It's all metal. It's fucking it's a beast.
Yeah.
It feels like you could use it to beat up lesser trackballs with it.
This
You
right
totally
here talks about it.
Yep. Take that with my pointy edge.
So I found this site through a Clav link. This is everything about the optics in trackballs and how they work. But if you go down here, well, this is about the Atari optics, which are different than the standard ones. But if you look at this person took apart our mouse, and this is exactly how Carrie's rollers work.
Yeah.
These are cheap. These are plastic.
Yep.
But
Yeah, 'cause you just have to clean
she doesn't have an idle roller. So like
Right.
the Centipede ones would have a roller right here.
Yeah, there's usually 3.
And this just has a bearing, and that's how Carrie's is. It's all metal,
Yep,
and there's
just
a
like that.
bearing there.
Yeah,
Here's
so
another
like-
one.
Yeah, so when I got those replacement sets, both of them, because they were supposed to be for both Missile Command or Missile Command cabarets / cocktails and the Centipede, and it had the extra piece. Yeah, it's very unique and very cool.
Yeah, if you guys want to learn all about the optic sensors, this whole thing talks about testing them and how you can replace them and the LEDs and all that jazz. It's really cool. I posted a link in the chat.
Weird.
Yeah.
Because like my Centipede Cabaret trackball with the 2 1/4 ball, and then or 2 1/2.
2 1/4.
2 1/4. It's
Yep.
2 1/4.
That's a 2 1/4 on
trust
that
us.
one. So, but then my Millipede with the
Millipede uses
3
a 3. Yeah.
But it's the same body.
It's the same body. It's just bigger, and it's
bigger.
It's longer. For the U.S. The bearings for the 2 1/4 and the 3-inch use the same bearings,
same rollers,
just longer, just different, longer rollers.
Oh,
for
the
the
rollers are longer. Okay.
Yep.
I rebuilt them, but I didn't rebuild them together, so I didn't do them side by side.
And it's very strange. I like the design of the Missile Command, the metal construction. It's really durable, but I think there's something to be said. I think the Missile Command, I was trying to figure out the way that the orientation is with Cax, when I was looking at Carrie's her Missile Command trackball. It doesn't. So Centipede, it's a straight on mount. The idle roller is parallel with the control panel, so that's your up and down is parallel with that idle roller, and then you got the 2 up here. But with it's so.
No, I
know what I
was,
mean.
But it's you've got an L shape, right? So it's one roller on one side, one roller on one side, and the idle is 45 to those 2.
Yeah.
Right, but let me see if I have one around here. Hang on a second.
I mean, it's like the mouse you just showed a picture of. But instead of being one bearing, it's 2 bearings and an idle pulley or an idle roller.
All right, so here's
Yep.
So the way it mounts is kind of it's like this.
Oh, that's weird. No, mine's
Marvel Madness,
45 degrees to that.
You mean you mount yours like this?
I want to say it's like that.
Because the bolt holes go like this. Here's the 4. So they mount square.
Let me check. It's right here.
I'm pretty sure they don't mount like this. Because Marvel Madness mounts like this. If you're looking at the control panel.
That looks right to me, Jimbo.
And so this would be straight up and down. It's going to hit both of these at the same speed. So you get up and down.
All right, so mine, I absolutely am looking at my Centipede Cabaret. Rotate that to your, to our right. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm looking at Buffett. I can't see what you're doing.
Here, let me present.
Present. All right, so exactly 180 degrees from there.
So you're going like this?
Right like that. Yep, that is exactly how Centipede looking down is mounted.
That's interesting. Maybe Marvel Madness and because I haven't looked at my Centipede for a long time, but I mean maybe
the vertical and horizontal
are absolutely like that. They might be flipped 180.
Yeah.
And then the idle controller is definitely at 45 to your.
I think
your
the,
facing.
Wow.
I think Crystal
Because-
Castles is like that too, actually.
And I
Really?
wanna say
Okay,
my-
so this
My
and this is,
my
this
millipede is
how
the same
Marvel
way.
Man- Wow, real wow.
Huh.
That's so wow. I guess these games like had their own like every game was a little bit different because Marvel Madness is like this.
Yeah, weird.
It's completely
It's
this is
totally
completely
not like that.
It's the only thing I've ever done is replace the trackball, and it's not like that. It's like I think what Andrew said, like with the plastic. I don't know what the inside looked like, but it was like what he
Because
said.
if you look at Marvel Madness the manual, this is how they're all mounted. They're mounted like this.
Right.
And
So yours are square, but I've got bolts at 12, 6, 3, and 9.
oh.
Oh.
Yours are showing at like I don't know, 2.5, 10.5, 4.5,
Right.
and 7.5.
Yeah, and
Mines are absolutely at north, south, east, and west.
And
Where
I'm sure,
my bolts
I'm
are.
sure that's how my centipede is too, because I haven't looked at it for a long time. But I know Marvel Madness is straight on like that.
Yeah.
for
All right.
me.
Sorry. I only stopped because I'm like I'm pretty sure that wasn't right, but yeah. So they're
Yeah.
weird.
So I mean, like in the Marvel Madness world, up and down is this way, and then you got your sides like this.
I just posted a link to Crystal Castles. You can see the bolt pattern.
Yep.
It's like above and below. Yeah. It's like top, bottom, left, right.
Yeah. 12,
which is the way
6.
that my bolt
3 and
pattern
Oh,
9.
is.
interesting. Yeah, and Marvel Madness is square. I'm looking at mine right
Yeah.
now. It's
Yeah.
completely boop, like
Yep.
just like this.
So yeah, Marvel
Actually,
Madness is exactly like mine.
That's interesting.
Or you mean Crystal
So yeah,
Castles?
I guess each
like
of these games were a little bit different in how
Yeah, sorry.
they read
Yeah.
the
Yeah, so-
directions.
And my
Because-
missile command has 12, 3, and 9 with no 6 o'clock. So it's a
Oh,
3
right.
bolt pattern.
Right. Yeah, and I was actually going to say that yours, Carrie, is very much like what Andrew was describing, where the bearing, the single bearing, is at a 45-degree angle as well.
Yeah.
Which is just to me, it doesn't. It's strange. Like I just think that's strange how it reads those directions versus because I'm so used to Marvel Madness. I want to pull up the Marvel Madness.
And by the way, is
I
it,
got
while all this arcade chat was going on, I did go back and look at the pictures you guys were posting while I was talking. Yeah. Especially the one with the plunger. Jesus Christ.
Sorry.
So, Jimbo, you're right. I just posted a link.
Yeah, maynicely done, Andrew.
Yeah, and
Jimbo, the link I posted, you can see there's
Toilet fun.
mounting.
Yeah. Mm.
let me.
Yeah,
I'll
just in case you thought I wouldn't see those.
There's let's see it.
And Jim, Andrew, the armless, legless wonder, man. Nice rack, though.
Yeah. Not
Focus
bad.
on the good stuff. Focus
Yeah,
on the
no,
good
you're right.
stuff.
Yeah, you look at the legs, you're thinking like, wow, that seems awesome. Maybe a little tricky to take out for a spaghetti dinner, but
Take out.
So here's how the trackballs mount for Marvel Madness. You see?
yeah, totally.
Oh.
Well, you can see by the bolt pattern. So I just posted a
Yeah.
control panel for millipede and centipede, which are clearly
Yeah.
show the north, south, east, west.
which
but
are
yours,
their angle. Yeah.
yours are definitely at the four corners.
Yeah, it's but to be fair, these are all square, so you could angle them, I guess, if you wanted at 90 degrees, but you can see the idler shaft. This is where that would be.
Yeah.
And
But even if
And
you
that's-
did that, it would be a far more dramatic position for the idler.
Right.
Like where it would be would not be like where we're talking about.
right.
It would be off by the,
And I've seen
45
people have flipped these completely 180 degrees because they have half ones, and
Yeah.
and they've been too lazy to switch the wires. But actually, if you flip these around, you're gonna struggle with enough cord length on the harness.
Right.
So, but yeah. Wow, a lot of fucking arcade talk.
Crazy. No,
I just posted that in the YouTube chat. I'm like, holy cow!
I'm so happy.
Especially-
Another beer.
I totally learned. I had no idea Marble Madness set theirs off by 40. Well, not by 45 degrees. It's off by,
the whole trackball thing is very interesting to me. Like, it's a mystery because joysticks are straightforward, but trackballs, you know, you got encoder wheels, you got like, you have to find the sweet spot with bearings. Everyone's got their own like method for breaking them in, and what do you lubricate the bearings with, or do you lubricate them? You know, we all have. Yeah.
That's true. By Wacko, I did your technique of just the
brake clean and run them dry,
and no fucking lube at all.
And it's way better than, like, I don't know if you had the same results, but I mean, you could put a little bit of silicone, just a tad in there, but I mean, when they're dry, and you look at the old bearings you get from an original, and man, you could just go, and it just goes and goes and goes, and those are dry.
This is stuff I always use pretty much for lubricating anything. It's a Teflon silicone spray.
Yours is very similar.
Thin.
Yep, very similar to mine. Mine's the WD-40 version.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I use TriFlow, which is a bike. Well, Gak, you would appreciate that. That's a bike chain.
Was it? I use a White Lightning, if you pardon the potential racial.
But actually,
I use that on my 720. White Lightning for chain.
My Marble Madness, the blue one, the player one is nothing, brake clean, dry. Red has a couple drops of TriFlow, and they're pretty close to the same. The problem is that I use actually when I play now I use both trackballs, but for the most part the red needs to be a little more broken in than the blue. But I do use both when I play alone because of different angles. It's not like Golden Tee where you have this control panel that's this wide and you can just go. You don't get that much of a play. So like from different angles, one trackball is going to benefit you more than the other.
Yeah.
And actually, when like you get to the fourth stage, Dave, you'll appreciate this. When you come down that ramp and you have to like just spin like crazy so you don't go off the edge. Yeah. I use both. I just go.
I see people fuck that up all the time. Actually, speaking of trackballs and craziness, do you guys see the fellow who did the video? I'm sorry, I'm forgetting his name. I gotta look it up real quick. He did a trackball game of Star Wars.
What?
Yeah. So
exactly, yeah.
Mock the magician.
No, yeah, right. No. Let me find it here.
You know, that was my first call voicemail at Arcade Outsiders was about rebuilding or buying a new trackball for my Centipede.
Oh, really?
Well, and it's funny too because John had to go through that shit with Quantum.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that was kind of a learning experience for him because, granted, he didn't. He talked about the whole like drill and breaking in the bearings, but honestly, like we were just talking about, I mean, I'm reiterating everything, but I don't think that is not what you need to break in. You can just do that with brake clean. To get the oil that they package them in, the new ones in to prevent rust. That's what you need to get rid of. That's the gunky stuff. And then Atari recommends it's non-intuitive because Atari always recommends, hey, in the manual, put 3-in-1 oil on there. That just gums the fuck out of them, and you don't get shit out of them.
You know what? And Jim, I have to say I totally agree with you because when I got my bearing set from Bob Roberts, I cleaned everything off with the brake cleaner and then and tried, like I have a handful of different things. One of which is that the lube that Atari recommends, and that I got special. Yeah, the Nio-Gel. I tried that. I tried a couple different things just as kind of fun, and I would put that on, take it off. I had a 3-in-1, and yeah, the things that are recommended, not so much.
Yeah,
like
the Nio-Gel, I think you're only supposed to use Nio-Gel is on the nylon contacts in like spinners, like plastic to plastic.
Right.
I think this is for those. But yeah, I know. I understand what you're saying. You're just trying everything.
Yeah, exactly. And it was interesting though to see variation, and the 3-in-1 was it gummed things up. It was not good at all. It was
like
using a basic silicone lubricant was the best thing for all of them.
Oh, it's crazy because like the first thing I did, like I don't even know what I do with the Centipede trackballs. I don't think I really, man, it's been so damn long. But with the Marble Madness, I remember like I brake cleaned them because people, okay, get that old stuff off there, and I'm like, oh, these are nice. And then you put the oil on there, and at first you're like, oh, that's nice because it's quiet. It's not going zzz or anything. But you're not getting. You go.
You only get like 2 revolutions.
You get like, you're like, what the fuck is this? I look at this old original trackball, and man, or like Golden Tee in the arcade, and you can just go boom, zzz, and I'm like, what the fuck? And I spent so long. I'm like, okay, don't use 3-in-1.
I still have not heard the magic solution to like what is the perfect trackball bearing oil. I mean, I know brake clean to start from scratch,
right?
But there's got to be something.
But
the
little bit of silicone, like the tri-flow for me, just 1-2 drops worked well.
Yeah.
But then I started like thinking, I'm like, you know, the trackballs to me that I get the best. You know, I'm in the arcades and stuff. They got to be dry as fuck because people have been playing, and you can't tell me that someone's coming in there every like couple weeks and like re-lubing them.
Theoretically, that is what's supposed to happen if you read the manuals. But yeah. But
I mean, like I read the whole Bob Roberts stuff, and he's talking about like for home use, you're waiting, you know, in home use every 6 months you should drop a couple of drops of silicon or whatever in there, and then he also talked about the whole, you know, drilling bearings, and I've done that. But I honestly think that any sort of liquid that you put in there, if you put substantial amount at all, like other than like a drop or two, you're going to be sacrificing that because it's going to be grinding against there. If you get enough play out of there and they're dry, the metal's going to wear down, and maybe that's what it is. And yeah, they may make a little bit of noise, but ultimately, I think the key is in the rollers more than the bearings.
It's the feel. Yeah. Oh, interesting. Yeah, the rollers. Huh.
'Cause every used trackball I've bought, I've been like, "What the fuck? This is so great. Why is my rebuilt one worse than this?"
And honestly,
you should have felt my millipede trackball when I got it. It was like fucking. It was like.
Grind.
Flushing through like fucking it was grinding hard. It was like they were just like like someone used Coca-Cola and maple syrup to fucking lubricate those things.
I have like 2 Betson trackballs. Have you guys ever seen those? They're cheap pieces of shit. They're like square like this. The housing is.
I know what you're talking
about. Those are piles of crap, but that's what Andrew's talking about. It reminds me of that.
It was grinding bad in a bad way.
Bad grind.
Yeah,
that's a bad grind.
And I exactly. And I will say that
bite the pillow.
Stock and fun.
That's one thing where with mine, I really wanted, because I'd read that, I did a fair amount of research. I'd spoken to a handful of people who had all kind of said the same thing about, you know, if you can at all use your original bearings and rollers or bearings, you do it. And so that's where I was really bummed that I had to actually, it was very reluctantly that I ordered the new set, because everything I had seen was, it's so much better if you can use your originals. But for the fact that I just couldn't,
Well, theoretically, maybe the new bearings and rollers will catch up to those old bearings and rollers. You just got to play a shitload.
You just have to.
Right?
Am I going to break the fuck in?
Yeah.
Well, I know from back in the BMX days that the sealed bearings, there were a couple different versions that, because they're shielded. There's a cover that covers the bearing itself on each end.
Yeah.
And those can either be rubber or metal, and those can actually create drag. And some of the guys that really wanted, you know, like BMX racers and stuff, they wanted as little drag as possible, so they pop the shields off. But then you're exposing the bearing to dust, particles, and all that. But, you know, home use, you're pretty much going to eliminate any drag if you can pop the shields off. But the metal ones usually are just about impossible to pop off. So, yeah. The other thing I was going to mention was at cats, I think we talked about that razzmatazz. Like spinners, it's the same issue with spinners.
Right. Yeah.
Like the left-right spinning, Arkanoid, that same thing, and Tempest. If the spinner is gunked up, man, it just really affects gameplay. And so, like on Razzmatazz, I think the control panel maybe was even marked. The left side was player 1, and the right side was player 2. And during the tournament, I was only playing the left side, thinking that was player 1. And then the second day, I don't know, I think by accident, I just realized the second player actually worked as a first player if you wanted. And it was way more broken in. I mean, the gameplay was like so much easier with the right side versus the left side. So yeah, I mean, that kind of stuff does make a big difference in gameplay.
And actually, so just to throw another spinner in the thing, so this is a Forgotten Worlds.
The roller bearings,
which actually has it has the pin bearings along the outside here, but also it spins on another set of bearings below it. So I finally have my player 1 on my Forgotten Worlds dialed in. If you spin it, it doesn't grind or make any noise. It's super smooth and nice. The second player, I may have to pull that thing apart and rebuild it again, but yeah, I mean that's a whole other set of weird fucking bearings to deal with. Like pin bearings on top of roller bearings. I mean, those things are weird.
Yeah.
I've never seen these pin bearings like this where they're mounted horizontally, where it's like they're flat. Usually they're set inset a little bit, so there's a little,
at an angle, and you just do the one. There's like 2 sets of bearings in this case, right?
Yeah, but I've never seen pin bearings like this where they're totally flat like that.
Yeah, crazy.
Yeah.
Huh. It's really cool though to look at that and see what it looks like on.
It's a super cool weird little bearing setup, but yeah. I mean, so each one of these little pins rolls, and the whole piece rolls on top of that. So you've got to get like.
Is there optics?
Yeah, they're optics.
Okay.
It's
cool.
I may have a partially something. Here's one of the optic boards for it.
Oh yeah.
So here's an actual.
It almost reminds me of like.
So there's one of the optics installed on a separate one that I've got here. But yeah, so the whole thing spins.
And that's all metal too.
Yeah.
All metal except for the nylon. The gears are all nylon. So this is where they use the Nyogel.
Yeah. Yeah,
and just the tiniest drop, but it's the same thing. So you got the optic wheel at the bottom.
Yep. God, that reminds me so much of my trackball. Your Forgotten Worlds. That's
with a weird twist that it also has a switch on the bottom that you have to push down to activate.
Right.
Right.
Damn, I missed that game. Are you sick of it yet? I'll meet you in Wyoming. Fuck, I'll drive all the way to Denver for it.
You beat that game. You must be tired of it.
Right, totally. It's a lame ass game. Just ask John Jacobson.
I found the more difficult ROM set, and I can no longer beat that on the difficult ROM set on a single board.
Really?
Nice.
It's fucking brutal. There is so much extra stuff that happens that this is not the ROM set that I grew up playing.
Nice.
Seriously, probably less than a week ago, I pulled that ROM set and threw that board in, and it took me like 4 quarters to finish it. I was like,
oh, that's awesome.
It cost you $1?
It cost me $1 to finish it.
Yeah, in your own arcade.
And it's fucking brutal. There's so many more shots, and I don't know if they're doing more damage. And I need to spend some time doing shoot some video of me playing one board versus the other board and compare them and see all right, and here this is what's happening. I can see different enemies come out and stuff is happening, but I swear they're doing extra damage. It's like I get to the thing where it's like I finish a shop, I get all juiced up, I'm good to go. I'm like, this should be a cakewalk, and I'm like,
yeah, I know he's juicing.
Fuck.
Nice.
A minute later, I'm like, how the fuck do I have no armor and I'm down to a sliver of health?
Yeah.
What the
That's
fuck
awesome.
happened? So yeah, there's
That's
definitely
like our
some-
Castlevania
Nice.
talk.
It is. No, it is. Like, and I want to say, like, for the world record thing that's up there with the guy that's got the world record on it right now, he's not playing. He's playing the easiest of the easiest ROM sets, and I don't
It's
give a
like
shit if this is
Rast.
live. He's playing the easiest of the easiest fucking ROM set I've ever seen. So, I'm not saying bullshit, but I am saying that there should be different high scores for different ROM sets.
Absolutely, just like Rastan.
Just like Rastan. Because, like, yeah, I mean, if I were playing the easy on Rastan, it would be the most boring fucking game in the world to watch, but I would put up a stupid score.
Right.
But it would be really fucking boring. And that you know,
Yeah,
so
just like me playing Eyes.
Well, no, but
Fucking
the thing is, no. The difference is, though, Jim, and it's a good thing you brought this up. The difference is, like, for you, it's a stamina thing. You have to maintain a good fucking rhythm for a long time. And
Same motion.
you could theoretically, if you were a computer, you could do the same motion forever and get a score of infinity, right?
And
But-
beyond.
And beyond.
Yeah.
You are a human being, just like Nibbler. Just like Nibbler, right? If you could play Nibbler forever, you could have the infinite high score. So this to you, this is a stamina thing. How long can you keep your stamina up and not die and not fuck up your patterns?
Hence why the beer helmet has to return.
Right. So no, it's not like that. It's more like as if like on level 4, level 6, and level 8. The eyeballs were actually followed a different pattern, and they shot
Potatoes.
twice as fast.
Potatoes.
Yeah. Actually, you know what though? It's funny you say that, Andrew, because Crafty's talking about these different mods and things that he's going to do with
with Nibbler. Yeah.
Nibbler.
Yeah.
And I'm like, Crafty, you know how awesome it'd be if you could mod, like, do another version of Eyes. Like,
Where
you could do some
the score
modification.
continues to jack up. Yeah.
Yeah, or the enemies get smarter, or like patterns don't work. He could do so much cool shit.
They
with
don't
that
always
game.
necessarily follow straight towards you.
Yeah, the one idea I like
Or-
that seems like should be relatively easy is the actual like walls. They can make them disappear. It's like they're sprites, right?
Oh boy.
Yeah.
So just make all
Or-
the
Wow.
walls disappear.
That's fucked up.
Here's one simple thing you could do is randomize where the enemies respawn.
Mhm.
So, oh shit, Andrew, get back in here. Anyways, so like in Eyes, the enemies, if you kill them, here's back. Okay.
Shit,
Oh,
I don't know
good,
what
he's
happened.
back.
There's one simple thing you could do. Sorry, I missed that. What the fuck did you say?
Oh, I said randomize where the enemies respawn.
Oh, yes. Perfect.
So because
flip
like
them
for
upside
me,
down, flip
for-
them.
yeah. When I'm playing that game, one of the techniques, and this is hard to do at some point, but if you can keep a good memory of which enemy you killed and where they initially respawned,
yeah,
you know that they're going to respawn in that same spot.
Yeah.
So if you randomize that, then it's like I just killed this one. He could respawn
You could appear
anywhere.
anywhere of
Yeah, I
the
know.
original 5 spots. Yeah.
Yeah, and that would just throw everything into
Wow.
a different. Yeah, that one thing could change the whole damn game.
I love it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
Eyes
now,
2K
you know,
or whatever.
I'm expecting Crafty to come back with a vengeance with that game because that guy he's determined. Like when we played at Grinkers last year, just in Rockhole and stuff, I was just amazed at how into the tournament he got.
Oh, Crafty's like, you look at him, he's like, oh yeah, he's like a little nerd. He doesn't. Yeah. He's fucking good at games.
Yeah,
Don't fuck with
and
Crafty on games.
I was impressed.
And
I was
he
really impressed with
focuses.
Warp with him. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, how the fuck did you get 27,000 or whatever it was on Warp?
Yeah, Crafty is the magician's hand you don't see coming over here tickling you in the bum.
Yeah, well, he's also the one that doesn't drink when he means business. That fucker.
Well, yeah, that's true. Although I think last year, you heard the stories about him like doing the aircraft carrier takeoff thing. He was barfing so hard. on Thursday night that Sam, so YO Sam, our buddy Sam, was rooming with him. Apparently, Crafty was fucking like bazooka barfing so fucking hard, it sounded like a goddamn plane taking off in the bathroom. It was just like, just
devils be gone, bro.
And apparently, he's on some medication. I don't know what for, but like he's on some kind of medication, so it fucks with alcohol. So he can't drink. So it makes him so so he can have like a beer, but like he can't get hammered.
And that's all the time?
I don't know. You have to talk to Crafty about that. But last year I know that he was doing medication of some kind, and that fucked him up so bad that he basically after Thursday night he got fucking destroyed. No, actually Thursday night he drank a few beers, like didn't even get drunk, and then was like bazooka barfing in the bathroom.
God. Oh, I have to say this. Chuck12 made a funny comment. He said, Crafty is going to make Eyes Arcade with music.
He totally should. And it should be the music from Fantasy.
It should Pioneer Balloon.
Yeah, Pioneer Balloons.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Like, Aaron's good shit, though. Like, it would be fun. That Rockola challenge was my favorite part of the Grinkers tournament last year. I mean, obviously I'm partial, but I didn't care for Nibbler, but it was so much fun that like with Kalen and with Aaron, like those three of us, we're just going back and forth. And I'm like, Aaron, how the fuck did you get that score in Warp? And then I figured out Fantasy, and then Kalen's like, how did you do this? And I'm like, well, how'd you do that in Eyes? You know, like, so we're always talking.
See, and that's the way it was the year before with Potato Challenge with Alpine Ski.
Yes, I remember that, yeah.
Where we were all three of us, it was Kalen, Aaron, and I, who were playing the shit out of Alpine Ski, trying to figure it out.
Yeah, I played a few times and got like maybe 8,000 or something.
Yeah, that game is fucking cool.
Oh,
I still do not to this day understand how I got 88,000 points on that game.
Right.
88,000 an hour. No,
and that's the whole reason why I won is Alpine Ski, because I could not beat Kalen at Jungle King.
Well, that and Rastan.
Well, I mean, he couldn't touch me at Rastan, but he fucking destroyed me at Jungle King. So Alpine Ski was the fucking that was it.
That's what.
And no one knew how to play that game.
Yeah. I like how that works. Yeah. How Although, man,
my best at like the Jungle King was like 30,000 or something like that. I beat a few rounds of it, but he was at like 50 or 60,000, so I was like nowhere near him.
I wasn't pissed, but I was just like, yep, that's typical. Like 2 weeks after Grinkers, I beat Kalen's score and I.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Now, if you could go back, you would just fucking destroy. I mean, like the same thing with me with Tato Challenge with Rastan. My score at Rastan was like 600,000, something like that, something fucking pathetic. Now, I could like 1 million, no problem.
I can't wait to be able to throw my control panel in Eyes and just play on a dedicated cabinet. Yeah. No offense, Gak, that was fucking awesome.
Absolutely.
I mean, I was happy to be able to play that at Gak, but I can't wait to be able to put up a good score.
Oh, Gleek, are you echoing?
We're echoing.
Yeah. Did you swallow that
I was only blaming you because your picture was showing up while the other.
I know. I saw the bars too. I gotta put a headset on or something.
Where's your big mic, Mike? You on the mic with Mike?
And welcome, Gleek, with your Rogue poster and multiple Commodore monitors.
Oh yeah. That's my room. I can't show you the big mic because it's right in the middle of my two monitors here. So.
Oh, so it's there.
Yeah, it's there. It's petting it. See.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Wow, that's whew, yeah.
Speaking of Rule 34.
What's that?
Speaking of Rule 34.
I'm so glad that number lines up with my name.
Yeah.
Rule 34. So I'm still working on Grinkers. If it's a go for me, it's gonna be fucking totally random, and I'm gonna sleep in my van or car. I don't know what yet.
No, come on.
You'll be able to crash somewhere.
I'll crash somewhere, but the point is,
you can crash with Damien in this eagle's nest.
I'm gonna crash with crazy Cookie Dan. Cookie
Oh
for
yeah.
guy?
Oh yeah, he's coming out there maybe.
Mike, I will tell you this: if you made it out to Fun Spot, you made it to Brofest.
Yeah.
If you can't make it to Grinkers, you're doing things ass backwards because Grinkers is.
Oh, I know.
That's the top.
Wait. You
there.
you mentioned an event I didn't go to. I only been to Brofest.
He said Brofest and
He
Fun
said
Spot.
Brofest.
Same thing.
Yeah, Fun Spot.
Fun. Oh, same
Fun
thing.
Spot, Brofest.
Yeah.
Alright.
He skipped over Cat.
Wasted.
Yeah,
Yeah, of
well-
the three, and like last year, people were telling me like, because I was like, man, do I do Brofest? Do I do Grinkers? And I chose Grinkers, and then people were saying, yeah, you chose right, even though I hadn't been there.
It's not about
And
choosing.
now-
I do want to go. I have a release that is on October 21st, so I could do it because I can come back like the beginning of that week and get my freaking software out. Whose steak is that? Buffett?
Who's Tube Steak? I mean,
Yeah, we got some meat.
Who's that? Buffett?
Somebody just grilled up some meat, and it's like 1 in the morning over there.
Yeah.
Oh,
Who
that's
else would it be?
Here's what I don't
The
understand
flank
about.
steak and like a
Yeah,
dozen
I'm
eggs.
No,
What is
that's
that?
like it looks like a T-bone steak. No.
It's a T-bone and like 8 or 9 eggs, something
Oh
like
my
that.
god.
Yeah, so I saw
Why
Buffett.
can't you grow an egg?
8 or 9 eggs? Did you say 8 or 9 eggs?
Dude, that's
Yeah,
crazy.
I normally do between 9 and a dozen.
Something.
Jesus.
Oh yeah.
So Buffett never shows himself on our
Egg party?
but he's a fucking celebrity. I finally saw that man versus snake shit. That was hilarious.
I keep wanting to see that, yeah.
Buffett's like
I
a fucking
like
movie
when
star.
Buffett was pissed. He's like, "What did you do with this cabinet?
I know. Why didn't you move the board, asshole?
Why did you touch? Yeah, why did you touch that? I didn't touch it. Did you touch it? I didn't do anything to it. Who touched it? I didn't do anything to it. It was fine when I saw it last."
That was funny. That was a good movie. That was actually a good documentary. I actually enjoyed that a lot more than the other ones.
That's up there with King of Kong. That's actually
Yeah.
I would say that's almost better.
I kind of liked it a lot. It's I know it was nibbler, but I kept on thinking, like Eyes is the same freaking thing.
It was a much better investment for my dollar than fucking chasing ghosts.
Yeah. Well, it was more real than King of Kong.
Or
I mean,
wait,
that
not
was just-
chasing
that
ghosts,
felt
but
yeah.
real.
The trip was real. Everybody was fatigued, and it really showed how much effort you have to put into marathoning the game. It's insane. I don't
Yeah, I
know.
know.
how to do that.
I remember
That's true.
like,
There have not been documentaries on marathoning, and that's a great one.
Yep.
Yeah, and I was like, I felt like a dick. I kind of was a dick on Clav after Tim was responding to Crafty's thread about Nibbler, and I'm like, hey Tim, you should come out to Grinkers. You can put the 50+ hours in and get the world record on Nibbler, and then I'll drop in 3 hours before that and get the world record on Eyes.
I remember that. It's good.
I
He
have a
didn't
question
respond.
I have a question about the high scores, which is really confusing me because after that movie, I kind of went to Twin Galaxies website, and I also went to Arcade website, and the records are completely different. It doesn't make sense.
Which
They aren't the same. They aren't the same scoring company. So of course,
Right.
No, because Jim has a high score world record for
yeah.
I in
Without a
Arcade,
doubt.
but he's not recognized
Yeah,
in
Twin-
Twin Galaxies.
Well, wait.
Because Twin Galaxies is different judges.
I think
You have-
you're
you
confusing
have to
two
go-
things, too, though.
It still should
one
be
is a high
recognized.
score, the other one is a world record. You can have a high score on either one of those two websites, but the world record's the world record. There's only one
Yeah.
world record.
Right.
Jim has the
Yeah,
world
and-
record.
and
So he doesn't.
I don't have the world record. The guy on Twin Galaxies, it's like 23 million.
What?
Yeah.
I thought
Yeah.
it was 4.
No, that
well,
was,
on
that was the arcade.
But
That's the arcade high
the guy-
score.
Yeah, the one on Twin Galaxies is from 1983, and that's 23 million.
So you're trying to
And-
break,
So he needs to get the world record, which is breaking that one.
and he only has 16.
Yeah, and I've had people like I've talked about this before. People on Clav have been like, I work for Twin Galaxies. I would take that score with a grain of salt. I might, but ultimately that's on the site. So I'm not gonna get.
Yeah. If Guinness was putting out a new fucking book with world records for arcade games, Jim would not get it because the recognized world record is higher than his score.
And
Yeah.
and honestly, I'm gonna have that at Grinkers. I have no doubt because, I mean, I play like ass at CAX, and there are so many variables, but
Yep.
I have no doubt. Like I've gotten Well, Mike, you've been on this show. My high score is 41 million. So.
Oh, I thought it was 16. Huh.
No.
Well,
that's what recognized.
Oh.
That's
Yeah,
what Clinton
that was
recognized
that,
on a different cabinet
Yeah.
with a different stick. Like I was, So I'm bringing my control panel to Grinkers, and I can play on an authentic eyes cabinet. So, on average, I haven't played in a few weeks here, since my personal life has changed a bit. But I'll be playing a bit more here pretty quickly. But on average, right before CAX, I was averaging between 25 and 35 million.
Okay.
So,
Jimbo, though, would you say, like, let's just say, a year ago, looking at it, the score that was the world record, did that seem like somebody lied, or it doesn't seem legit?
Yeah.
But now where you're at, you're like, it's totally possible.
Yeah.
It does, but it does, Gak. But if you look at other world records,
the ones that I question the most are the ones where there's like 0 sleep for 3 days or some bullshit.
Right.
If it's like
for
6
me,
hours, 8 hours, okay, I can believe probably most of it.
Oh, right. Or the 720 has some like stupid scores tied to it. Like even Chris, or the Jeff C.
Jeff C. My big thing with any world record is looking at second and third place, because when you look at eyes, and like you look at Paperboy and stuff, yeah, they're a few thousand points apart. Okay, that's feasible, right? That seems all right.
Sure.
But you look at eyes and you look at Twin Galaxies, and all these scores that are posted with these world records are within a year of each other. They're from the early 80s. The first place high score is 23 million. The second place score is 7-some million, and the third place is 7-some million. Fourth place is 7-some million. Right. So you're talking about quadrupling a score, essentially, 3 to 4 times the score. That seems a little peculiar. And then you look at like Orcade, and they're all within maybe a million points. And so clearly, if this is legit, someone knows something that no one else does, which seems hard to believe when you look at every other game.
Well, right, but the thing is, like, how long have you been playing Eyes? Like, seriously.
2 years.
Right. So I still think the Twin Galaxies score does potentially hold some merit, just because like you have figured it out. Kalen is like one of our best in our group, right? Players of games. He's just fucking solid. Yeah. And so he's like 2 million, no problem, right? So once you hit that point where you are patterning it, once you hit level 8 and you can consistently beat level 8, then it starts the whole stamina thing. Right? Yeah. How long can you keep this consistency going where you can beat the game and just keep rolling it? Right? Well, so you figured that out.
And that's why I don't.
You are one of very few people in the world who have figured this out and can do it with good stamina and consistency to make Eyes happen. It could totally well be. I'm not saying the Twin Galaxy score is legit. I'm just saying that like. You could be one of those 2 guys in the world who just figured this out. It makes sense to them.
Mm-hmm. Right. And what I was getting at is that that was my mentality prior. Like actually, this was my mentality about that score up until like 6 months ago. Like when I first started, when I got like past like when I first started like being able to get
but look at your scores. Your scores were like, holy shit! Like you would almost double your scores. Almost it seemed like almost every week.
And that's why I'm saying like I'm trying to think of cloth handles. There's a few cloth handles on there that are like that were PMing. What's his name? 1,500 points or something like that.
Yeah.
He was one that's like, hey, blah blah blah. I'm gonna like about the whole Twin Galaxies thing. Don't buy it. But even if there was that whole thing about the score, what I'm getting at is that now that I've played the game for so long, yes, I think it's possible that that's a legit score, and on top of that, the big point that I'm trying to make is that it doesn't matter what I believe or what I think is real or not. That score is on the site. That's recorded.
And you can fucking decimate it.
And now I can decimate it. But regardless, even if I couldn't, it doesn't change the fact that that score is there, and it doesn't matter what I think. Until I can beat that score, I'm not going to get. I'm not holding the world record. So, so yeah. But I totally think that could be completely legit.
Well, here's the thing: with Twin Galaxies, they go by referee method, and you can also send a DVD or video of what you do, and you videotape stuff, don't you?
Yeah, my 41. I have 3 scores that I've recorded: 25 million, a 31, and my 41, and they're on YouTube. They're unlisted. But I don't want to. But I don't want to submit that because that, to me, that takes the fun out of it. I think the coolest thing about I think that's the coolest thing ever. Even if it's just me and Clint or one other person, I love the idea that, hey, you can't dispute this. There were people that saw this.
Yeah. Okay. That's, I could see you doing that though, Jimbo, is, do it live, clearly have the high score, and then just to, get it out there with the other guys, Twin Galaxies, submit the video. Yeah. First do it live where you're like, dude, there's no arguing, someone saw it with their own eyes.
Well, I have 2 videos I want to post. First, I want to do it live, and that's a good idea that you said. Post my 41 million point video, or submit it, upload to Twin Galaxies, whatever, or Score Grounds or whatever,
wherever.
And then I've had this video recorded for. Jeez, shit! When did I do this? It was
a while ago. Your scores and your how to.
Yeah, I have what I call the advanced. Here, I can actually check it right now because it's unlisted. It's on my channel. I've been eager to post this.
So the next documentary after Man vs. Steak is what? Eye of the Tiger.
Yeah,
it's all Jim.
Yeah, no,
Eye of the Tiger. And you can show his fucking tat too.
How long did it take to get to 41 million? What's the time frame there for that?
Let's see. I started playing the game. I got the game in the summer of 2014.
Oh, I just mean the time. Yeah. The
3 hours, 4 hours.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
It was here. I can tell you right now. It is 3 hours and 26 minutes.
Jim, could you play Nibbler for 50 hours?
Nope.
Or Eyes? That's
I can't. Eyes.
I played Nibbler for about 10 seconds.
No, Eyes. I'm saying, could you have that stamina to do that?
Well, now my stamina is 3 hours and 26 minutes.
And part of the problem with Nibbler is Nibbler keeps feeding you extra guys. Eyes does not.
You get no.
You can't marathon Eyes.
Mike, you get 4 extra lives. You can earn up to 4.
You cannot marathon Eyes. Period.
And that's within 1 million points. You get your last extra life is, what is it like? It's under 500,000 points.
It's pretty low, yeah.
Okay,
it's pretty low.
You can't marathon.
But here we go. So I posted, I didn't post, but it's unlisted on my channel.
To add too, it's like a marathonable Eyes, where you could actually continue to earn extra guys at every 100,000 or 200,000 points or whatever that.
That would be something.
Where then Jim could go to sleep and have to come back and keep playing Eyes like fucking.
Coincidentally, I told you guys about this several months ago, but I was in the zone so much that I was just like, fuck it, and I looked away and I was able to complete 2 stages without looking at the game.
Blindfolded Eyes. You gotta play it blind.
So I've got a video I uploaded on May 4th this last year. That basically I spent a long time on this. It's I did animations of stages and stuff of my patterns and how my strategies and how I go about. Basically, it's all of my secrets, everything, and it's a 42-minute video because I have 1 game in there, and at the time I got the arcade world record. It was 4.8 million point game or whatever. But I was talking my way through it and explaining what I was doing. And I've been waiting so long. I really wanted to post this because I'm like, I want to post this because I want a competition. I want people to like have an interest in the game.
Yeah, you know what, Jim? Post it because it's the same concept as people posting like beer recipes that are like epic. You still got to be a fucking stellar brewer to brew that beer.
That's true. And
Yeah,
I
but
tell
he
people
should
in the
do
video,
that
I'm
after
like,
he
you know
gets
what?
the score. He needs to get the score first.
Oh, I hear you, but I'm just saying, just because Jim's going to post his secrets doesn't mean like all of us could get like.
Well, yeah.
Look at Donkey Kong because that's the premium example of a game where once the secrets got out, all of a sudden there was a gazillion people who were breaking 1,000,000 points.
Yeah, because if you
So,
don't,
he needs to be the Steve Wiebe and just like fucking like get there, be the guy from behind who is breaking the score from the 80s and does that first, and then he can go ahead and release the secrets.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, I would love to just have some recognition. Like, I love competition. Like I say in the video, I'm like, you know what? There's a gazillion different patterns. I'm sure that you.
I would hold off then. I would hold off until you get it.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
I mean, that's kind
is
of
Rockola around anymore? The actual company?
No, I think they're still making jukeboxes.
Yeah.
Are they?
Yeah, jukeboxes only.
There's still jukeboxes that come out for sure. Because like, yeah, they were still making CD jukeboxes up until.
Do an eBay search for just Rockola, and all you'll see are jukebox results.
I feel the same thing about Rastan. Like I would like to do post up a great score at Rastan and just the thing is like I don't give a shit if they're gonna recognize the bullshit scores that up on an arcade, which I think are set with the easiest ROMs you can find. But the thing is like I'd be happy to share, and I still like in live like every tournament we've had, like Leo wanted to learn how to play Rastan. I'll sit down with anyone who wants to learn how to play all my tricks at Rastan. And I'll show them everything I know about Rastan.
When I get one, I'll call you up.
All that stuff. But I would like to, at some point, post a video and just be like, this is what I'm doing, step by step. Here's how I'm beating these guys.
So, Andrew, you played Rastan back in the day, right?
Oh, yeah, totally.
So do you remember what kind of cabinet it was? Or not?
Honestly...
I have difficulty remembering.
I don't remember the cabinet.
Yeah.
I can tell you, like, when I find a cabinet with the right button feel...
Yeah. You know what's weird? Back 20, 30 years ago, it's just like you don't really remember a lot of these cabinets. You weren't looking at the freaking art. You were playing the damn game.
And every Rastan cabinet was a conversion cabinet because they didn't make a dedicated one.
Yes. And
so, for me, like me building my dedicated Tato cabinet to be a Rastan, which I will finish that project because I still fucking want to do that. That, to me, is still about the cabinet that I played on as a kid.
No.
But to me, it's like, it's a Tato cabinet with a Tato game. This is the proper cabinet for me to do it.
I'm pretty sure the one I played was more like it was a Williams, like maybe a Joust or something.
Right, yeah.
That seemed to be a really common conversion cabinet.
Mine actually, frankly, might have been a Defender.
Yeah.
All right, maybe not. I don't know. I'm just saying. No, I don't. I knew exactly. I could tell you exactly where it was in the arcade that I played in as a kid. I could tell you what games it was nestled between because it was Cheyenne on one side and Rampage on the other.
Did you see that, Jim? Some site in Pakistan has your link, has your video in Pakistan.
Pakistan.
I'll put it in chat. That's PK. Yeah, it's Pakistan. That's his fucking video.
Huh.
Weird.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, that'd be an interesting question for another night. Maybe it was like, do you remember any conversions back in the day and what cabinets they were in? You know?
Yeah, conversions not so much, but original games, yes. Obviously Dragon's Lair. All the classics and stuff.
Yeah,
like that,
for sure. I'm pretty sure the first time I played Tetris, it was in a tapper. It was in a tapper.
Oh, wow.
Which is, and because of the cup holders.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I'm like, I remember that this isn't the right, this doesn't look right. That's a tapper,
Totally. And I remember playing tapper as a very, very young kid in a bar.
Yeah.
And it was Budweiser Tapper, but it was the only game they had. It was totally in our neighborhood. I know exactly. I could walk there from my house today. But we used to go in there just to play Tapper.
Yeah. Awesome.
And it was original Tapper and everything.
All right.
It's funny how those kinds of memories are burned in your. Like I remember walking into the arcade that I used to go to in high school, and where I remember where I used to play Tempest, and and I don't remember all the layout of the place, and it's now a yoga studio, which fucking kills me. Because I'm sorry, but yoga can just fucking bite me as I'm not a yoga girl. But Pilates.
Yoga.
Yeah.
Yoga
Yeah, it's too much like quiet content. It's
Yoga
too much
fire.
quiet content. It's too much quiet contemplation.
Yoga.
I'm yoga. I'm more of a Pilates girl.
We need to introduce you to Street Fighter.
I know.
Right
Yeah,
now.
we're sorry making Street Fighter jokes.
I know. Right after I get my fucking Mortal Kombat movie, and you guys.
You know what, Andrew?
going,
If yoga was really like that, I think everyone would be doing it.
If it was all like, and the leg was like.
Holy shit!
shooting out.
I can teleport. I can throw fire out of my mouth.
It was like sit Indian style and go whoop and then disappear.
Yep. Elephants everywhere.
Actually, that would be a great wrap up to my my Big Blue thing. Would be actually to get Mike in here and fucking have him play Street Fighter on the Big Blue and beat.
I want to play Mike.
And get to Akuma and fucking do
Mike.
that.
Mike needs to. We need
Do
to
that on a real video.
All right, so I heard I was listening to that, whatever, Diary of a Podcast Arcade Guy podcast earlier, and he was doing one on Street Fighter. I don't remember this because I never really played it much. If you were playing head-to-head against someone and that other person loses, you get to keep continuing, or does the game end?
No, you continue. If you win, you win. You keep playing the game by yourself.
You could potentially play for hours if the next person keeps coming up and playing. Okay.
And then that's how the whole I got next goes.
Yeah. See,
When people
one
put
person could
line
play.
their quarters up on the control panel. I got next.
One person could literally play forever as long as
no
they
way.
have the stamina.
It's King of the Hill basically.
I got next was way in the late 70s, early 80s. It didn't
And
start.
unless that person actually beats the game, and then they're done. So if someone was too good, you could let them just finish the game, and then they would have to buy back in.
Right.
Yep.
But as long as the game doesn't finish, as long as someone keeps jumping in as a challenger, it'll stop right there.
And the funny thing is about Street Fighter is that if say you're player 1 and you select one character, you're playing Ken or Ryu, and you get people joining in and you've got a line of people and you're just kicking their asses. They're selecting different characters. They're playing Chun-Li. They're playing everyone else. Every time you beat that character, that character is grayed out. So basically that means that you beat the CPU's version of that. So you could be playing the game and then you're wiping the floor with all these people and they stop. All of a sudden you're playing the boss because you've beat all these other characters.
Yep. You're at Bison and you gotta finish the game.
All of a sudden you're at the boss because every time you beat one of these people that are playing a different character, that counts as you being the CPU's version of that character.
Nice. I like that.
Yeah.
Oh wait, now theoretically, could you then get to Akuma that way?
Yeah, you could. Wow, good point.
I've never tried that.
Let's see. Actually, that's not a bad point, Andrew. You could play a 2-player game. And just perfect everyone because you're not playing against someone.
Yep.
I'll bet that. I wouldn't be surprised if that worked.
I could try that right now. Like if you guys want to sit here for 20 minutes while I do it.
That wouldn't even take you 20 minutes.
All right.
That's what she said.
I'll try it.
Excuse me while I whip this out.
I'll try it.
Sorry, while I laugh at my own joke.
Andrew, what's CPU settings on? I'm just curious. Is it default? Everything?
It's default. Yeah, everything default.
Nice. I know that sound.
That
reminds me of Terry's Mortal Kombat.
Hey, Jim.
Totally.
Jim, Chuck wants the eyes thing I made. If you want to give it up, I don't want it back. So it's like it's your call.
I haven't actually tested it, so I don't know. I assume it works, Gleek.
Yeah, it works, man. It's ugly as fuck, but I'm not crafty. So.
You know what though? It doesn't look much different than Crafty's.
No, Crafty's is beautiful. You should hold them side by side.
Oh, Lewis is in the chat. Hey, Lewis, what's going on, buddy?
I know. Arcade Danger.
Which one's Lewis? Oh, Arcade Danger.
Yes, aka Whiskey Danger.
Yeah.
Well, Chuck, I'll sell it to you for the same price that Gleek sold it to me.
Yeah.
It's really expensive, right, Gleek?
Who's Chuck 12 anyways? Do we know him?
I don't know. I think he's been in here plenty of times, though. The name sounds familiar.
All right, just wondering.
Yep. Reveal yourself, Chuck 12.
Yeah.
Chuck 12, are you on Clav? PM me on Clav. I'm too lazy.
What's your handle on Clav?
All these various aliases.
Probably not.
And then we have our 5-second delay.
All these various anuses and
Oh, that's right. There is a 5 to 10 second delay. You're right.
Yep. No, there totally is. It's weird to watch it. To watch.
Well, I do have it.
No, not weird. It's fucking horrifying to be clicked on the thing where the chat is, because then you see yourself and you're like, I'm hideous. No, don't look at me.
Carrie, what I do is I have the other browser window open with YouTube, and I slide all the video over just so I can see the chat part.
I do the same thing.
Yeah. Okay.
And then I'm exactly with you. But then every once in a while, I will just say it's challenging sometimes to keep up with having a discussion, and then seeing the chat that happens a few seconds later. And for a good chunk of this particular episode, I wasn't logged in because I was talking so much and I was working on my control panel. But not that I'm asking for sympathy. I feel very privileged I get to be on this show, and I'm part of the regular crew. But yeah, it is sometimes I feel like, oh, I'm ignoring one for the other. Like sometimes I'm not chatting in the YouTube chat, but then other times I'm completely distracted by what's going on with YouTube, and I'm not paying attention to you guys.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Yeah. Yeah.
You got my vote, Carrie. You let me in tonight. Jim was trying to keep me
did. Right?
Hey, Mike, to be fair, all I did was I pulled up Brad's last mass email post, and I just replied all.
I didn't get it
because I don't. And so apparently Brad hates you, Gleek.
No. Brad has
on the no-fly list.
Brad has 3 groups that he sends out, not just one.
Okay, so I'm just looking for you on this email list.
So we got the A-listers, the B-listers, and the fuck that shit listers.
It's the Gleek.
Oh, you're revealing all the secrets.
Yeah. What the fuck? Brad doesn't apparently send it to you.
You guys are. I know how it works. It's funny over time.
There's tiers.
You guys. You guys are there. There's a first group he sends it to. That's the core people who are always on. You guys. I fell into the second group where Brad's probably thinking, he might show up, he might not. So I fall in that second group. I could be wrong with this though.
Well, Gleek, shoot me an email. Do you have my email address?
I can shoot you a PM.
Yeah, just do that, and I'll add you to it because it's a quite not to be a dick, but the main list is pretty damn extensive.
I know. I got like 60 ways to contact you, so it's not a big deal.
60. I thought it was only 59.
All right, that was a hyperbole.
69 dudes.
Exactly, 69.
Ooh, 69 dudes. Oh wow, Stephen left too.
Yeah, he left like an hour ago.
Yeah, right.
Wow, where was I?
Yeah, he had to give him. He had to work.
Now I feel like the real ass.
And Dave left. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
this is
so.
What?
I felt bad about Dave leaving, but no.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I said hi to him in chat, and that was about it. Huh.
Yeah, what's hard is when somebody will say goodbye and they'll put it in our private chat or maybe also in the other chat, but then they're like, okay, I gotta go, bye, and then boom, they're out.
Yeah,
so you don't have an opportunity to say like, oh, hey, thanks for joining us, or bye, or
when
whatever.
You gotta go, right?
Right, pretty much.
So I know I've been absent of the show for a while. I'm like on and off with you guys. It's not my fault. Well, it is, but
It is your fault.
Life.
Isn't
All good.
Tuesday night your alcoholics meeting? I mean,
I got. But you know what though? Sometimes I'm just not down. I'm just like tired as fuck.
crack leaves me
And I just listen to you guys some shows. I don't. It's like I don't even want to join. I don't feel like putting on clothes. I don't feel like joining.
You only have to put a clothes that's been like the waist up. Because we never see below that. So just saying. Although maybe nobody wants to think about that part, but
I'm not as sexy. I'm not as sexy as Seabird, so I'm cool.
How's it taste, motherfucker?
So it is what it is.
Hey, can you believe this is the first time I'm wearing this shirt?
Awesome.
I had that shirt.
really. Oh, nice. I love that. It's a great shirt. I love the color. I like the design, and it's nice. It's a T-shirt.
Fucking Gak also sent
Total
like
winner.
posters with it too.
It's a big winner.
Yeah.
A
Yeah.
big wiener.
Nice
Winner, chicken dinner.
I gotta hang this up
Nice.
somewhere.
Thank you.
Sure.
I don't think it's fair
Put it in your
that
bathroom.
yeah.
You can be taking opposite the toilet, so you can be taking a dump and be like, "Oh, those were good days."
I'm surprised. I didn't go to Proto Hype, so I can't really say anything much about it. So
It was an experience. You definitely need to be out to Grinkers though. I would say
Yeah.
Grinkers.
yeah, I hear you.
Yeah.
Real
I
fast.
gotta work things out with
Yeah.
my is the issue. It's not a money thing. It's not a lot of things. It's mostly my work. So
Fuck
that's
work.
what fuck yeah.
Yeah, it's easy for me.
Well, I booked my flight a month ago or so, and just today I got the okay for the vacation days from the boss. So.
Oh, wow.
Gak, it's funny you say that because that's kind of my mentality. That's how I approach things. I'm like, oh shit, I have to go. So one way or another, sorry, work. It's the worst mentality. It's like, well, I'm presuming that my boss is gonna be okay with it. You are? Whew.
Yeah, right.
Well, I think I don't normally I don't do that like one-upmanship, but in some ways I think I have the best story, which is that there's a mandatory training I have to attend on Monday at 1:00. The Monday after Grinkers, I had originally planned on not like I didn't think I had to go to it. I thought it was like it was either a mistake or even my supervisor thought it was a mistake. Like, oh, I don't think you have to attend this, but I think I do. So my plan is to leave Monday morning, land, and then drive to work, and then attend the training which is at 1:00. So, yeah, talk about right. Oh, and I'm so bitter about it. I don't care that I'm going to be tired and hungover and fucking reeking of alcohol, and because I'm going to be attending this and it's a 4-hour training, I will not be taking a vacation day on that Monday.
Did you guys see my fuck work shirt? This is like
Yes, that's awesome.
Oh, nice.
I'll be sure to wear that when I come, huh?
I like that. Good sound effect.
So did Andy do it already, or what?
It was I who allowed the Alliance to know the location of the shield generator.
Oh yeah, was he playing the game or what? We kind of lost him. We just started chatting.
Yeah,
let's click on him here. Okay, so I can see him standing over there playing, and we just don't know what's going on.
I'm working on it.
All right, that'll work.
He's in his little corner. Leave him alone.
Come on, bring the camera. Bring the laptop over there. I want to see your combos. I want to see jump fierce, crouch fierce, dragon punch.
That looks like the one cabinet that's not shorter than him.
Actually, Andrew, what I want to see out of you is 3 crouching shorts into super with Ken. That's tough to do, but it's awesome. And I want to see some crazy kicks. Oh, you're playing Ryu. Never mind. Loser. No.
So the other thing I heard on that podcast I listened to earlier about Street Fighter 2. He was talking a lot about, but it was originally a glitch apparently where you could do combos. Where you do like one kick and you can you can do another hit or kick in the same.
Chain it, yeah.
Supposedly that was a glitch originally.
Combos didn't. Well, Champion Edition kind of had combos, but the combo system really wasn't the standard until Super. But yes, you could do them and dizzy people really quick in the early renditions of it. But yeah, that wasn't what they designed. That wasn't really a system that they.
Supposedly, what I had heard was that you could do up to 4 combos in one glitch or whatever, if you call it a glitch. And then the next system, they saw how people took advantage of it and really liked it, so they made like 8 combos. Is that true? It was like you could do a bunch of combos within one attack on one of the, I don't know if it's World whatever Super Mega 2. I don't know.
In Super renditions, you could do a combo. Most characters could do combos like you can chain attacks to make a combo, and because in the early renditions, so like even Super, all of the Street Fighter 2 renditions. Later, what they did, so basically like Super Turbo, you can do a combo. Most characters could do a combo that would take apart at least half your health. So the rounds went really fast. If you could execute a combo, very strict timing, mind you, but you could take off half to 60% of someone's health in one combo, and a lot of times that would end in a dizzy. So you could easily perfect someone, and the games would go really fast if you're really good. But in later renditions of Street Fighter, so like you go with Street Fighter 3, Alpha, everything post Street Fighter 2, and they started doing what's called scaling, which means if you execute a giant combo, the damage would scale back so that you could not kill someone with like one combo and they'd be dead. If you hit them with enough hits, the more hits you hit them, the less damage the last few hits would take. So it would essentially scale down.
Okay.
And that's been kind of the trend for everything Street Fighter post Street Fighter 2.
And there were levels that were almost like I don't know, like bonus levels you could say, where you're like.
Oh, it fucking works!
Oh, you did it!
Yay!
What?
Kicking my ass.
Ah, nice.
Pull off. What works now?
So our theory is that you could play 2-player games because we were talking about how the second player if
works. I'm not even gonna fucking bother to fight him.
Dude, that's how dude, Andrew, you gotta do that now on the train.
Yeah, seriously. Like, all right, so if you kill everyone else off, basically, you have to do. It takes as long as it just took me just now. I did it as fast as I could.
Which wasn't very long.
And then I fought Akuma. So Akuma just kicked my ass.
So Gak, we were just talking about how. Oh, you got that? Okay. So that works. That's awesome.
Yeah. So you just kill everyone, and then if you get there fast enough, you can fight Akuma. All it takes is a bunch of quarters if you're playing in an arcade, or
so Akuma is like the Grandmaster or something, or what?
Yeah, well, so
Bison,
the secret boss.
He's the secret boss, which is
Bison's the normal boss, but it's actually pretty awesome. So if you get to Akuma, you actually get to Bison, and then Akuma jumps out and then kicks Bison's ass, and then you have to fight Akuma.
So which one is that? Which Street Fighter version are you playing?
That's Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo, the Grandmaster.
It's a very last version of Street Fighter 2.
The one that cheats.
Yeah, that the CPU. It's basically Mortal Kombat 2 CPU, where it reads your inputs and.
It fucking cheats.
So why did they continue calling it Street Fighter 2? Why didn't they call them 3, 4, 5, whatever?
Well, these are all the same characters.
Okay.
So all the characters are playable characters.
Yeah.
Okay.
They added a couple new ones at some point for the new challengers, but
they added new mechanics. So they added from Street Fighter 2, World Warrior, the first Street Fighter 2, to Champion Edition, which is at Grinkers, they added bosses. You can play as the bosses, and you can have mirror matches. You can play the same character.
Yeah.
Then Hyper Fighting came out, which was after that, which was basically Champion Edition, but you had a few extra moves, and the game was faster. And then they came out with Super Street Fighter 2, which added 4 new characters and a few more moves. And then Super Turbo added more speed, but also and a couple more moves. But mostly it added the super combo mechanic, which is like a big super move you could do that would take off a lot of damage. So
and you can play in Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo. There's secret moves you can do to play the different versions of the characters too.
There's some ridiculous number too. Like Street Fighter 2 sold like 60,000 dedicated machines.
The World Warrior sold a shitload.
Yeah, then the sequel or whatever, a different one after that, there was also a Street Fighter 2 whatever version, was like 140,000 units. I'm like, holy shit.
Yeah, the numbers they moved for those games is incredible.
Are you recharging your battery there?
Yeah, on this thing. Yeah.
Like you got some micro USB?
It's exactly what it is. Yeah, it's micro USB.
Nice.
I could switch to the other one, but I like this one better.
Yeah.
I have a different battery I could use, but.
Do you have like a pocket charger and just in case with you?
Just in case. Well, yeah. No, if I have these two, I'm usually pretty good.
Basically, the same issue as cell phones, right?
That's exactly it. Yeah, but I got to suck on this thing, so.
That's pretty cool.
I have to suck on my cell phone. It's you guys that suck my cell phone. I'm just kidding.
I have one of those exploding Note 7s.
Yeah.
We both. So, Gleek, I don't know
How's
if
your pocket?
This, but I went and talked to this sidebar. I went and talked to a Samsung guy 2 days ago, and he said that majority of those 35 issues were the quick charging. And there's a setting within your phone to disable quick charging.
Oh.
So if you do that, that's going to eliminate 99% chance of it exploding.
And knowing is half the battle.
Wait, so what do you pay for those new Note 6s? The explodey ones. How much?
$850.
Well, that's if you buy them outright.
Well, I didn't. I financed it.
So what if you buy it with like your cell phone company subsidizing it?
So in my case, my whole family, you got 4 of them.
Whoa! 850 times 4. Hurry up.
No. I was able. I took a lot of work, but this is like kind of the last string of it happening.
$3,400.
If you do a 2-year contract, it's $350.
He just bought a fucking Paperboy.
Right?
I mean,
exactly.
Wait, $350? It's like what they cost if you just wanted to like, buy it with the contract.
It's $350 each.
Oh, do you go through T-Mobile? Do you go through T-Mobile?
No, Sprint.
Okay, yeah, T-Mobile doesn't have contracts anymore. That's probably why.
And most of them the Sprint told me this, that basically I had to like go through a bunch of managers and bullshit to make it happen. But next time around, they say it's not going to happen. You know, this is my last chance at it. But
the new iPhones due out tomorrow.
Yeah,
nice.
The preliminary.
iPhone.
There's not a headphone jack in the new one.
It's all Thunderbolt from what the stories tell.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. No headphone.
That's old technology.
Yeah, I got it. That's fucking retro.
You may as well be plugging in an 8-track.
Yeah.
Fucking reel to reel on that shit.
Yeah.
I can't find it in my phone. I'll set that. Anyways, I use that weird charger, Gak. One where you don't plug in your phone, it kind of like magnetically does it.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
That's safe. I don't know.
Has it exploded?
Yeah. Right.
In your mouth.
That would be the good indicator.
So all the Samsung guy told me was that.
Hey, we'll do it live on the show, right?
To be safe, go into your settings.
Keep it out of your mouth.
Disable your quick charging feature.
Samsung or not.
It's way off.
All right, I'm going to turn it off.
And the other thing he told me was you call 1-800-SAMSUNG, and then you give all your information and your phone, and they will replace you with the new model.
Huh. How do you do that if your phone is a fucking exploded,
right
bro?
now. I'm afraid that in my working condition,
Nice,
I can take a nasty spill down the stairs and subject myself to further school absences.
Nice.
Bueller!
Yeah.
You're in trouble, mister.
I was way off.
Aspen. You know Aspen Extreme? None of that fucking movie Aspen Extreme was actually filmed in Aspen, right?
No.
Yeah, not one fucking frame of that movie.
Here.
Not one frame of that movie is shot in Aspen.
Okay, was it in Denver?
No, it was in Breckenridge.
Breckenridge, yes.
Dumb and Dumber, yeah.
Okay.
I went to Breckenridge and snowboarded there back in '96, I think.
Dude, you gotta come out here with Jim and I and Carrie, who's at the Stay in the Lodge, and go snowboarding.
Yeah,
We're
that
going
would be
Steamboat.
awesome.
Steamboat, Andrew. We're doing this.
Yep.
Steamboat this year, dude. Chris, make it happen.
We just need to pick the date. That's it.
Pick a date, dude. Let's just.
Yep.
Well, in addition to my approval for Grinker's vacation, I'm taking Thanksgiving week off. So.
Well, that's opening day, so you don't want to go for that.
Okay, all right. Well, let me know a date, and I'll try to make it happen.
Dude, that would be fucking awesome.
January and February are good months.
No, seriously, bring the wife and kids. We'll rent a giant ass cabin, like some big 5-bedroom cabin.
That'd be perfect.
And
We'll all build forts. We'll cuddle.
It'll be awesome. It'll be so much booze and snowboarding. It'll be awesome.
Right? I bet your wife is awesome.
Oh, dude,
Right?
Gak, I didn't know you snowboarded. That'd be tits.
Well, it's been many. That was the last time I snowboarded. Actually, it was '96, I think.
Perfect. No problem.
Years ago.
The technology is exactly the same.
Yeah.
I was snowboarding back in '88, dude. It hasn't changed shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're snowboarding back when they had pointed tip boards.
That's right. When you still had the ropes, you had to pull up the fucking nose.
Nice. Yeah. Not just not quote unquote leashes. These were actually things
you had to pull up the nose because the boards literally were not bent. we called them Snurf boards.
Yeah.
And yes, I was back there doing that shit.
My first snowboard, Andrew, was a 138. That's how young I was.
My first snowboard was a 155, but I still had to pull the fucking nose up. And I was still 6 foot something.
I'm due to buy a new board eventually. I've had the same board since I was 17.
What size do you ride?
159. I should actually have probably like a 162, but
you need like a 162 or 165.
Yeah.
I will give you my I've got a 165 sitting up in the Raptors right now. You can have.
Yeah. Well, I'll throw my clicker bindings on it.
It's a Burton custom from like 3 years ago. It's a good.
That
board.
was my first board. Was a Burton custom. It had Spider-Man on it.
Yeah, this one's got like a Harley guy on it.
Spider-Man does whatever a spider can.
I'm looking at the base right now. You can totally fucking have that board. Come on out. You can put your clickers on or whatever you want to.
Yep, I fucking love my clicker bindings. Everyone gives me shit, but you know what? I'm the first person ready to go.
Yeah.
And the best is when you've got 1 foot in, and you're going to the lodge, you're going to the next lift, and I can click my back foot in as I'm going down the hill.
Yeah.
Feel like you fucker.
Jim, that board right there is all yours, buddy. It'd be perfect board for your size and weight, and it's a Burton. It's in beautiful shape.
It's perfect for my dimensions.
Yep.
Nice.
And I know every inch of them.
Ooh, baby.
That's right.
I'm sure I'll just slide right in.
After ProFest.
You can click right in.
Did you guys happen to see Steve posted there was like a Airbnb nearby?
Yeah.
And there's like a group of guys that are gonna stay there.
Yeah, one of the Seattle guys dumped his Hilton room and went and got a room at the Airbnb.
And the guy who's
nice.
his twin 21-year-old sons. I think he's gonna stay there too. I'm like, that might be some kind of party central.
That might be.
Well, speaking of Party Central, I'm fucking buzzed. I need another beer.
Nice. I mean, Drinkers is the Party Central. The fucking hotel is a flop house. It's not like Growfest at all. We don't go back to the rooms and parties. We go back there to sleep or barf and pass out naked on the bed.
Yeah, it's pretty much.
Yeah, whatever happens.
You last as long as humanly possible at Grinkers.
Yeah.
The rest, screw
That's
it.
right. You don't drink the hard stuff. Just fucking stick with the fucking light beers.
Yes.
And,
Yeah, that's a good point.
yeah. Steve is gonna have to fucking graduate to the full-size kegs on those that Blue Moon.
Right.
Fuck the pony kegs that he's been.
I
serving. He needs to go ahead and buy the big boy keg.
His 8 or 10 garbage cans and back full of ice, and then
that's
half
no good.
ponies or whatever there.
Those little half barrels or quarter
Yeah.
barrels that he serves.
Yeah.
No, that's not gonna cut. He burned through what he said like 3 or 4 times his normal beer amount for like a month in a weekend.
Right? Oh gosh. Yeah.
We should check in with Steve about his beer purchases for the weekend. It's like, dude, like we all love the IPAs, we love the DPAs, we love the fucking big beers, but we can't do it all weekend. We cannot.
It was funny, Steve.
It's okay to run out of those higher alcohol ones.
Yeah.
People will just go back to the lower ones.
But you gotta give us like a decent beer that we can all just drink and just get a big fucking keg of that.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah.
Steve was asking for $10 on Clove.
Yeah, Blue Moon saved my life last year.
that
I
was
had to
funny.
fucking do that.
Giving away free beers and t-shirts.
Right? I know. I saw that after the fact. It was like it was so cryptic too. Like
yeah, it was weird.
Yeah, it was totally weird.
All right, I don't know what you're talking about.
He wanted $10 in his PayPal account, but then he PayPal'd the guy back. How does that work?
Well, he was saying that he
Tell
was
the
having
story.
problems.
We don't know what you're talking about. Chris and I are crazy.
So, Mike, go ahead and explain.
I was gonna let you, but it's cool. Basically, late last night, I don't even know, 1 or 2 in the morning, Steve just out of nowhere post, "Hey, can someone PayPal me $10? I need to buy a part." And then like I didn't get to it in time, and some guy got to it in like 4 minutes or something like that, and like, sure, I can help you out. And he's like, I'll give you like 2 T-shirts or beer or whatever. And it was just back and forth between these 2 guys. I don't even know the other guy, but he's going to green.
Whoa, back and forth. That's kinky.
Yeah. Public. That's about it. Did I miss anything, Carrie?
They were snowballing.
Nope. Yeah, no, it was very brief, but it was odd. But clearly he was just having problems with PayPal, because I have no doubt that Steve is like, Steve isn't like, oh my God, $10, I need someone to float me this.
Right.
Yeah.
Not so much.
Yeah. It was, he needed a part to pay via PayPal for some reason, so yeah. It was funny. It was just out of the blue.
Yeah, and he immediately had help. Like, right there.
Instantly, yeah.
Probably like a drunken post just to like test the waters.
I think probably there was like for 5 minutes PayPal was down, and he
said he was going to pay $15 back for your $10 troubles,
right?
Or a T-shirt, and the guy goes, "I don't want a T-shirt or the money. So give me some beers or something like that." So it was pretty funny. That's it. Short story.
All right.
Hello?
I'm trying to find it.
I love that story.
Yeah, nice.
Oh God,
I thought my computer crashed again. I'm like, what happened?
How the fuck do I just don't know.
What are we talking about now? Oh wait, what is that?
Oh, need a quick hand? Is that the thread?
Oh, that's an upside down face.
A very thin face.
It's so funny. No, it's upside down.
Yeah, I know, but it's very thin. It's a very thin face.
It's a skinny girl or whatever it is.
I'm like mesmerized though. I can't stop.
You know what would have been funny if it would have been those googly eyes.
Oh God!
Don't get me started on those.
Oh no!
Porn fail.
Or
Porn
yes!
fail. Porn
Totally.
fail.
Is that Shamu or something? Now we're gonna expect googly eyes porn.
I found the thread. I just posted to you guys in our private chat.
You talking about
sharks getting some off the beach whale?
Dude. Hole in one.
So speak.
These are funny. Wait, let's see it. Did you use this one yet, Andrew?
I haven't seen that one on the local putt golf course.
I may have. I don't know. I mean, that's definitely in the Google one.
Oh God!
Yikes!
CGI, but still.
Yeah.
A hole in one.
Yeah, no, that's so CGI though.
Yeah. Oh, the golf ball.
Yeah.
Hey, orange
Golf
ball.
ball. Oh, nicely done, Jimbo. Good job.
I think this place is restricted, Wank, so don't tell me
I don't know. Like,
okay, fine.
I don't know. You said that it's CGI, but like the thing is, like some of like what some people are capable of.
No. I mean, first of all, the ball is clearly the ball. I'm sorry. No, the ball is totally CGI, and that makes me think that the hole is CGI. Like it doesn't look. That does not look like a normal hole. There's no way. Nope. No. That is.
I need
you're
like a
right
spinning
saying
log
that
that's
is
going
that
back
is
and forth.
not. That is not a normal vaginal opening. And I don't even think it's a real vaginal opening.
It. I wanted to
Because
get
it's too. It's
talking
too.
about? I think you're wrong, Gary.
It's no. But look at she doesn't like nothing about. Shut up for just a minute. Okay, shut the fuck up. Nothing about. I'm looking at
One more time.
No, shut up for just a minute. This is my proof. Nothing about her moves. There is no reaction. Her face doesn't move. Her vaginal opening doesn't move. There's nothing that moves. That would show, because I'm sorry, but even if you were that large, where the golf ball could slip into your vagina,
Yeah, but the girl next to her is like rubbing it off there.
Yeah, right, whatever. That's a bunch of bullshit. That's
the camera's moving. She's waiting for the next one. Look at her butthole. Her butthole's waiting for the next one.
Nothing about her that moves. That is
No, her mouth. Her face totally moves. Her face goes,
does not move.
No, the first girl, look at her mouth. Her mouth closes. Her mouth totally closes.
No, it does not close. I'm looking at it. I'm watching it over and over things, and it's bullshit.
At the end of it,
bullshit.
her mouth totally
No,
closes.
it's CGI bullshit. No, you are wrong. Nothing moves. Her hands don't move. Her vagina doesn't contract. There's nothing about her that moves.
Her face
I just
moves.
posted a non-CGI one, Carrie.
No.
Wait, where's the basketball one?
I think me and Gak are in perfect synchronization.
No, nothing moves. It's fake.
One more time, Gak? Should we do this again?
It's fake.
No, look at the one I just posted. It's real.
That's reversed, but yeah.
Okay, let me. Okay, that one, Mike's, I can see disturbing, but real.
It's reversed.
But I'm sorry, Andrew. The one that you posted is not real.
Overwhelming.
I like the skydiving in between. Oh my god, no, it is complete CGI bullshit. Because there will be some sort of reaction. No human being has no reaction to
I like that they're still talking.
Look at this. I'm sorry. No, shut the fuck up. It's like a fake golf ball. It's not even a real looking golf ball. It's like an animation golf ball. No, her face doesn't change.
It does. Her mouth closes in the middle of it.
Shut the
Frame
fuck
by
up.
frame.
Andrew, shut up. Look at the ball.
Yeah,
The ball
I see the
doesn't
ball.
even look real. The ball doesn't even look real. It's like a little glowy fake animation ball. There's nothing real about it.
Comic-Con nerded out on it. You know.
It would actually be easier to find a woman who's capable of doing that than it would be to CGI it.
No, I disagree 100%. The ball looks fake.
No. I mean,
Her body looks fake.
Oh my God! There's so many horrible things that people do to their bodies.
No, I realize that there are women and men who can do freaky ass shit, but that is CGI bullshit.
Yeah.
I said good day!
Where's the basketball one? Come on.
Yeah, right?
I don't know. If only Scopes had this. No, and I realized again. I recognize that there's fake ass shit out there. That there are people with freaky shit out there. But no, this particular one, fake.
Yeah, I can't find the basketball one. Huh.
Oh God, that was like last
Andrew
week.
was the one I think
It was disturbing.
That was last week.
Yeah.
Good day, sir!
Oh my God!
Yeah,
there's so many horrible.
They must have
things
took that one off.
Oh, there are tons of horrible things, but that is fake.
Huh.
No.
If it makes you sleep at night.
No, I don't
There
care.
goes.
Like she could, if it were real, I would envision this woman to be happy and self-actualized. Like she would go to her high school reunion and be like, you know what I can do? Look at this. I can go for a golf ball. That's not the case. That is not the case. It is fake ass shit.
There's definitely no coming out of that.
Because nothing reacts to that golf ball being ticked into her vagina. There's nothing. There's no like if a ball fell into your vagina, assuming that you were open with that kind of large opening, you would have some sort of reaction. That was bullshit.
Those basketballs.
No, that was bullshit.
Yeah. Those basketballs are real.
But it's not her vagina, it's her anus.
Yeah.
Get it? Your anus.
Oh, yeah, no, that's, I guess it is.
And she has a total look of satisfaction on her face of like, oh yeah, you
because
just got
that's
it in.
because no,
We got a squirter!
no, there's no reaction. There's no reaction. No.
She goes, oh, at the end of it. She goes, oh.
Unless you are seeing more of that clip than I am, I don't see a mouth reaction at all. Which could be.
Who here does not see a mouth reaction? Her mouth closes. Look at the distance between her top teeth and her bottom lip.
Okay,
it totally
very
closes.
slight. Yeah, right. That's the end.
She's like,
that's the end of their CGI.
oh.
No, that's the end of their CGI.
She's like,
nope. Oh, stop that!
And it's a gift, so you can't.
I just saw the yellow pepper one.
We need to have a talk. Don't make me have a talk with you people.
I posted 2 basketball ones.
And
No,
it's
not
a
real.
GIF, so you can't look at the colors and say that's real because the GIF only has a few
thought it was a
100
GIF.
colors.
GIF?
Yeah, but it's not it's a GIF.
Yeah.
That deserves a Japanese orgasm.
No, not real. Not real. I mean, if it makes you sleep better at night, pretend it's real, but it's not. Nope.
No, that's horrifying. What are you talking about? That's
Right.
fucking
Okay, there we go.
horrible.
We go all sleep better tonight, knowing that is not.
It's horrible because it's real.
We could dream about basketballs and golf balls.
Nope.
I can dream about you if I can hold you tonight.
Nope. She's just holding way too still.
Look at her asshole. Do you say her whole asshole is all CGI too?
Are we still talking about the golf?
I think so.
Where's eat my asshole?
Where does the CGI end and where's the reality begin then? Look at the girl next to her. The girl next to her is rubbing it off, and she's got a giant fucking spread-ass, gaped asshole.
Yeah.
But not like this other one.
It looks like you could fit a fucking
think
bowling ball.
A wiffle ball.
You know what?
I wish I could make this bigger. Like it does, well, maybe I don't.
I'm starting to agree with Andrew. I think it's real. I don't think it's CGI now. It's a hole in one.
It's a hole
in one, man.
I wish it was more than like 2 inches by 2.5 inches on my screen. But I don't. I think
that's one hell of a trackball. Know what I'm saying? Woo!
Oh!
And again, don't get me wrong. I don't want this to be real. I think that's a horrible thing to do to your human body. That's why I posted it.
Oh, but is it any worse than the plunger?
Well,
I missed the one.
At least that has symbolic issues.
Yeah, but see, the plunger, that's like weird sex stuff. But like this is like, her asshole is so big, it could take a fucking golf ball and shrug it off.
She will never have hemorrhoids.
She will never have a normal shit. It just comes out like.
But is that so bad? Like she'll never hemorrhoids, never. What is it like?
It comes out like a milkshake.
A polyp.
But was it a car or a birdie? That's what I'm wondering.
I love that for
Eagle.
Jesus! And
Yeah,
now I'm looking at some of the other things
Red eagle.
I'm looking at some of the other images that you've posted, Andrew, and others, and holy crap! So maybe we shouldn't worry so much about this one with the hole-in-one, but.
You take the good, you take the bad, you take them both, and there you have the facts of life. The facts of life.
Take the good, you take the bad, you take it in the ass.
Nice. To be living.
The world never seems to live up to your dreams. You thought you'd go to college, and instead you ended up taking a fucking golf ball in your ass.
Right? Pretty much.
It happens to the best of us.
The question is much like the old Marianne versus Ginger. Would it be Joe or would it be Blair?
Wait, are you talking about? Wait, are you talking about Gilligan's Island, or are you mixing shows?
We're talking about the facts of life.
I'm talking about facts of life. Like the older question was Gilligan's Island. Are you Marianne, or would you do Marianne, or would you do a Ginger? And then the little more recent question, recent would be: would you do Blair or would you do Joe?
Gotcha.
Ah, waka waka.
Blair or Joe? Are you talking about the way they look now or the way they used to look?
Oh, back then in the show.
Back then.
Of course.
I mean, let's face it. Blair is like this crazy, Christian religious girl, and I don't.
Who was the one that had like kind of the twitches and stuff?
Twitches.
Yeah. She had, I don't know if it was Tourette's or what, but she had some kind of like. You know what I'm talking about?
No.
Oh gosh.
What the fuck are you talking about, Chris?
In fact, there was like a girl who had she wasn't special needs, but she had some kind of she was a comedian too.
Oh yes, now I do know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Who is he talking about?
Yeah, was she Down syndrome?
No.
You're like, no, that'd be inappropriate. Hey, people with Down syndrome need to get laid too. But
so do fat women, but that's not for everyone.
Exactly. Okay, now we have to look.
Everybody wanted Blair because she was the fucking blonde.
Although she was like the prissy blonde.
Yeah.
Versus like the hot. Not necessarily hot, but like bad girl.
Joe was a tomboy. Joe was a tomboy.
Tomboy.
Yeah.
Who wants a tomboy?
I just posted a link.
Okay.
Cerebral palsy.
I don't even remember.
Nicely done. There we go.
There you go. That's totally the facts of life set right there.
Yep, that's her. Yeah, I don't have cerebral palsy. I'm drunk. Yeah. That's awesome. Yes, that's it.
I know you are, but what am I?
What was her name on the show, though?
What?
Yeah, and then there's Natalie.
That's Natalie.
Natalie was the chunky girl.
Yeah, the one he just posted. The drunk
No.
one.
No. That was a
different girl.
It did not have cerebral palsy.
She was just the chubby one.
Right. She was chubby, but not otherwise.
All right. Interesting.
No. Google it.
I am Googling
it.
We're all Googling. Oh,
you know,
God.
once you watch all these facts of life back in
or oogling,
whatever they were in the 80s, you never wanted to watch them again.
Yeah.
So, anyways,
you have different strokes. The facts of life. Webster.
Oh, you can
literally
facts cerebral palsy.
You can't segue like that.
This was
Jesus Christ.
Cousin Jerry.
Webster at the end.
Perfect
on several
Strangers.
episodes, Jewel
Perfect
played the lead character
Strangers.
Blair's cousin
It'll be
Jerry.
Alf.
Oh,
So
Elf.
this is
Yeah,
this
let's
is
not
this
forget
is.
Elf.
Oh no! Don't start talking about fucking Muppets. I mean, and I do mean fucking Muppets as opposed
Right,
to fucking
literally.
Muppets. So
I
so
guarantee
the
I
lead,
can find
Would
that.
someone post a link,
I know
please?
you could. Jewel, fuck you. Jewel played the lead character Blair's cousin Jerry, who, like Jewel, has cerebral palsy.
We die.
Throughout the series, Jewel made jokes about her disability. So there we go, Jerry. Cousin Jerry, who, yes.
And this is how we rack up 6 viewers.
No, Gak, that's how we lose.
Cerebral palsy
viewers.
jokes.
Yeah.
Sweet Jesus, what have we become? Jerry Tyler on the television program The Facts of Life. She was on from 1980 to 1984. The role made her, get this, boys, the role made her the first person with a disability to have a regular role in a primetime series.
That's right. Yeah.
As well as the first actor with cerebral palsy to be featured on a TV series.
Yep.
Right? There must be some sound effect. Jimbo, come on, knock it out. You got it.
Sorry, I'm clicking on links here.
Oh, you
I'm amazed.
Yeah, whatever.
You need a Muppet sound clip.
You're looking at Muppets, people sucking off Muppets or something like that. Which I would think would give you dry mouth. Just saying. She began her career
Dude, you know
doing
what? I don't need to see
stand-up.
Bert fucking fisting Ernie. That's too much. That's too much. I'm done.
Oh my
We
God.
crossed the line, right?
Yeah.
From plunger to Muppet. That's
The fact that he was
I know, right?
clearly
This is
wearing a
so
latex
bad.
glove.
This is
It's
so...
his fucking latex glove that bothers me.
I made it sound like this. Oh,
It's actually maybe it's not even
That's so
latex. It's
bad.
like he's like just a fucking barrel full of KY.
well, it's
That's
almost
what
like those balloon animals that people make. Like that's almost what Ernie looks. What they both look like is balloon animals. That's
They're too shiny. That's not Muppets.
shiny. Yeah, I'm with you.
Come on, shithead, let's go! Get off my case, motherfucker!
What's that, Jim?
That would be Fast Times. Kind of like this one.
Totally awesome!
All right, Hamilton.
Mm-hmm.
Forgot ugly, lazy, and disrespectful. Shut up, bitch! Go fix me a turkey pot pie.
Turkey pot pie.
Busted again.
Hey, has anyone seen any good movies? I know.
Just that Man vs. Snakes.
I saw what the fuck is that movie called? The
Suicide. That's what Suicide.
it's a heist movie. Fuck, what the hell name is that? It just came out. Shit. It's really good. That doesn't help anything at all, does it? Don't breathe. Don't breathe.
Nope.
It's about a bunch of teenagers that are trying to. She's a squirter. If you guys like thrillers, suspense, it's called Don't Breathe, and it's three teenagers that are basically one of the three. His dad works for a security company that like a kind of like a Brinks or like a home security company, and so he's got a remote that basically can disable or enable home security, and so throughout the beginning, these three teenagers who all have kind of shitty lives, they're robbing places. They're not robbing. They're burglarizing, and they're stealing stuff, but they're not stealing cash. They're stealing like valuables, right? And so then they get this one guy gets wind that okay, shit, this guy has a ton of money. This house, it's in this neighborhood that's not very policed. The backstory is that he's a veteran, and his daughter got killed in the car. Got killed. Someone hit her with a car, She died. He's blind, and so they go to this house. Anyways, not to ruin it or anything, but they're in over their heads because this guy's a veteran. Even though he's blind, they don't know what's in for them. It's a really, really suspenseful, good movie, and it's been getting good reviews. But it's a damn good movie. I haven't seen a movie in the theater for a long time, but it's pretty damn good.
It's called.
I would recommend it.
It's called what?
It's called Don't Breathe.
Don't Breathe. Okay.
Yep.
Don't Breathe. So I saw a movie last night. It's not a new movie. It's one everybody here has probably seen with Tom Hanks. It's called Big. And that...
Oh, there's a pinball machine in that.
Dude, there's tons. There's like 20, 30 arcades in there I'm trying to identify, including the Zoltar Speaks.
Yeah, that was the main one, right?
Well,
so there's one of those down in the Penny Arcade down in...
What?
Here's a pop quiz.
Right.
What pinball machine did they buy for?
Pinbot.
There you go.
Yep.
Buy for what?
His room, his home.
Oh.
They
Right next to the
rigged this thing up so it doesn't need quarters.
Yep. The pop machine.
Yep, and he throws a fucking ball of socks at it.
I seen that movie, but I only saw it one time when it first came out, and watching it again, it's like I don't remember any of it. It's like a whole new.
It's a good movie.
It is a good movie.
What's the female lead's role? What's her name? What's the actress's name? She's hot in that movie.
Yeah. She's the anal gaper golf ball receiver.
That's
it.
That's the position.
I love when he's like, you want to sleep over? And well, I got top. He's like, he jumps up to the top bunk. That is a great movie.
It was hilarious.
Yeah, and to the whole thing, like, she's like, so you're like what, like 16, 17? 13.
When it came out, yeah.
Oh. Yeah. No, when she realizes how young he actually is.
Yeah, 13.
Yeah. When he goes back,
call me in about 15 years.
10 years. Right. Said 10.
Hot in the city tonight. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of Billy Idol in that movie.
Yeah. So I heard there's going to be a Stranger Things 2, a season 2.
Yep.
The season 2, yeah, I'm sure.
There is.
They did a fucking great job with the first season.
And you guys are still following along with Halt and Catch Fire, right?
Yeah, I am.
New one just came out today.
I haven't. I've watched the first few of them, but I haven't watched all of them.
Oh, it's one of those ones you definitely gotta watch. It's all about Commodore 64 and Amigas.
No, I know. I mean, it's old school nerd stuff. I like the first few episodes, but just haven't picked it up.
The part I have a little bit of trouble with them is they act like there was this emerging online gaming thing back in like 84, 85. I'm like,
well,
really? A little early.
The only thing I remember online back in the BBS days were doors, multi-doors, and games like Trade Wars and
Muds.
Yeah, that was it. There was no freaking online Atari team.
No, absolutely not.
You know, they're Hollywooding it, so
yeah.
But it's still a good watch, regardless. You can kind of see where they're going with it, and you can fill in your own blanks, you know. So.
No, it's all text-based Muds, and
yeah,
that was it.
But it's interesting how they like invented the. I don't want to give away anything either, but you know, doesn't really give away anything. They kind of like invented chat room and invented like eBay. I think they're trying to do now or something.
Pretty much, yeah.
You know, like selling stuff online. So.
And the one guy who was in Guardians of the Galaxy, he's kind of like the main guy with the beard now.
Oh God, what the hell's his name?
I don't know.
Everybody hates him,
Chris
right?
Pratt.
Yeah.
Not Chris Pratt.
No.
He plays a bad guy.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like the ultimate evil bad guy.
Yeah, he came from IBM, from a rich background or something.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
I forgot.
In the Halt and Catch Fire, yes.
He starts.
Buffett will chime in with the answer.
But they're trying to make him out to be. In my opinion, they're trying to make him out to be kind of like the Apple. Steve Jobs kind of character now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So after we get done with this chat, I'm watching the newest one. Season 3, episode 4.
Yeah, tomorrow night.
Oh shit! I'm on like maybe on season 1.
By the way, everyone looks really good on the YouTube chat. I've noticed tonight.
What?
Like
we have a good.
Like everyone's been crystal clear tonight.
Ah, nice.
I don't know if that's because I'm hosting or if it's just.
No, it's because you told me what can to buy and I bought it.
It's because we're not being pushed through Canada.
Yeah.
Yeah,
there you go.
I just clicked on a Gleek. You look like you have like a halo over your head. There's something in the background that's like a.
Oh
yellow
yeah.
What? I can turn.
Yeah, you're right. It's like the yellow thing on his bin behind him. It's like perfectly placed.
Oh, he just turned the light off. Now we can't see it.
Hold on. What the hell? Where's my light at?
You changed your shirt too.
Yeah, I know. He went from.
Yeah. We got like a wardrobe change going on.
I'm gonna wear fuck work on this show, you know.
We can't see the
spotlight. Slow down there, Lady Gaga.
Yeah.
Poker face.
Yeah.
Poker.
I don't have a good thing.
Those are some nice burn-free monitors.
Yeah, those are. I have 8.
With some liquor in the front and poker in the rear.
All night.
Wait, no.
Is this like 15 inches or what?
They're 13 inches. They're a Commodore monitor.
Round.
They're 1072s or 1702s. I'm sorry. And on top of, you can't really see it, but on top of it, I got my Amiga all taken apart. On top of there, Amiga 500.
So what? I was kind of confused back then. Why wouldn't they just use regular TV?
See you, Buffett. Sorry. We got
I gotta get up at around 9. So.
See you, Buffett.
All right.
That's brutal.
Take care.
Night.
Set him off, Jim. Set him off. Do you?
I'm looking for it. I'm looking for it.
Why can't you grow an ass?
No. Buffett's got his own.
Don't touch my
What is it, Buffett? Tell me again.
Long as we can make you laugh.
I thought it was the like the Price is Right thing.
No. Buffett had its own thing. It was like you can dance. Oh, and that's men. I got it.
Safety dance.
Safety dance.
You can dance.
Yes.
You want to?
That's what it is. You can dance. You can. Fuck.
Well, after you cut off.
We can dance. Everything's out of control. We can dance. We're doing it from wall to wall. We can dance. We can dance. Everybody look at your hands. We can dance.
All right, that's all I got. I'm sorry.
So to answer Gak's question about why
you just use TVs.
No, you could. That's the thing.
No. Most of us who could not afford a fucking computer monitor would use TVs. Almost everyone uses TVs.
We're not cheap. You get higher resolution graphics and better clarity.
Yeah, but you'd have to pay like 3 times the cost of your fucking computer to buy a fucking monitor.
Right. But like Atari 400, 800, those.
They came with those little boxes that you could change from 3 to 4 channels.
Yeah.
And
everybody. They were so expensive that like almost no one. They just use TVs.
Yeah.
Yeah. So why did Commodore do that?
Huh?
Why did Commodore do that?
They didn't do that. They were just more popular with it. Atari had their monitors too, but Commodore just blew up, man.
Atari had their own monitors.
They did.
Yep.
They did. I don't know what the monitors were called, but Commodore was just. You know what? Everybody bought those Commodore monitors for everything: video surveillance, everything, because they were so clear.
I do remember in school. I was probably 4th or 5th grade. We had a Commodore in class, and it had a Commodore monitor with it. Yeah. But, I didn't know any different. I just thought that was the computer setup. But a Commodore could work on a regular TV, too, though, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, totally. Yeah. Chris, how old are you?
45.
45.
We're the same age.
No.
Yeah, we are.
Yep. Not you. Right. So I have all these monitors you're seeing because when I went to a state sale, the guy had like 8 of them for $5 each. I bought them all.
Yeah, $5, man.
Yeah. Why the hell would you not? So I'm recapping all of them. So they all work. Every one of them works. So that was the bonus.
Weekend dance. You
can use them for troubleshooting. But you put your JAMA into it, your arcade board, and you hook them up directly.
They have a ton of inputs.
RGB. Yeah, a lot of inputs and back.
Weekend dance. Anyone?
I love Jim's fucking crickets the whole show.
They're not my crickets, pal.
No.
Yeah, they're definitely your crickets.
No, they're natural crickets coming
Nobody
from
can do
Andrew.
crickets like you.
That's me. Yeah.
Sorry, I'm in an apartment. We don't get crickets.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, the actual crickets are pretty much off.
It's fucking CGI crickets.
So the
Nice.
computer that I grew up with was a TI 994A, and I know you've got
yes.
one or two of those.
Yeah, did you see one on top there?
Yep, I remember seeing them in your stack at some point.
Yeah.
And they did have a dedicated TI monitor.
I have it.
Well,
You got the track and field controller there
It's
too.
kind of hard to pull out. Holy shit, it's really buried here. Just
that was where that was the system that I learned to program BASIC on.
oh, remember
Blake left. Oh.
No, I'm right here still. I'm going to show you my
Nice.
Somebody must have had a lampshade party because we got a lamp minus a shade there.
Yeah. So when you program BASIC in the TI,
yeah,
it was kind of funny because they were like all the commands were already on the keyboard, so you have to do like Shift D for data and Shift P for print and stuff like that. You know.
Right.
So I did too. That was my first computer, Andrew, because oh shit, what was that?
Was yours a silver or a beige?
I think it was black. Wasn't it black?
No. They either had the silver, the polished brushed aluminum finish, or they had the beige finish.
I'm sorry.
We had the beiges in my school in elementary school, and then I had the polished aluminum at home.
No, I know what you're talking about now. I'm mixing that up with a Timex Sinclair 1000. I'm mixing shit up.
I was like the serious, like the kid who was like the popular one for like 10 minutes at school because I was never popular. But like I had the joysticks for that, and I actually also had the cartridges, so I could come in after school and we could play the games in the computer lab in the library. But I had the joysticks, the speech synthesizer, and the cartridges to play the cool games.
But the question is, you can dance.
Like programming a turtle drawing, using Turtle.
Logo. It's called Logo, wasn't
it? Turtle.
Turtle, not Logo. Okay.
I remember my dad was in the computer business, but dating back to the 60s.
I thought it was called Logo.
He had this computer that I swear the monitor was probably 4 or 5 inches, and then to the right of it had like a disk drive slot, but the keyboard itself would fold up from the face. What? So it was like this big carrying case, like a suitcase kind of thing.
Wow-wee.
And then you'd set it on the counter, and you'd undo a couple latches, and the keyboard would.
Are you talking about the Commodore SX64?
No, it was not. He definitely was not into those.
Okay.
But yeah, the keyboard had like a hinge at the back of it, so it would hinge off the bottom of the face of the computer, and then you had a full keyboard right there in front of you. But to the left side was, like I said, maybe a 5-inch monitor, CRT, and then to the right of that was a disk slot. And I totally remember playing like a snake type game,
Nibbler!
The snake, well, the snake keeps growing and growing, but it wasn't in a maze. You were just kind of like in free space. Yeah. Ow. I was like, this is awesome. It's like a portable computer. It's almost on your lap, like a laptop.
Are you thinking about the first compact portable computer?
That could be. It could be compact.
I have one in my basement. I'm not getting it.
It could, yeah. Next week, man.
Thing is heavy as fuck.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah, they weren't like laptops. They're luggables.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Nicely put. Yeah.
Monochrome monitor and all that.
Yep.
Yes, it was. It was definitely.
So
monochrome.
See if I can.
Those luggables were crazy. It's like a suitcase. It's a giant ass suitcase.
For sure, that's what it was.
Yeah, I'm not going to get rid of it either. I kind of like it. It's unique.
And I remember the first computer we had was a Radio Shack, the TRS-80, also known as the Trash 80.
True. Yeah.
It was black and white, and it had the keyboard like molded into the cabinet. I don't know if it was like 13, 15 inch, somewhere around there, monitor.
It is small, yeah.
But the keyboard was not detachable. It was just like molded into the bottom of the face.
Trash 80s.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. How do you
remember that?
Controller?
What are you trying to find?
No, webcam control. Oh, there we go.
Jimbo, where's Jimbo at? Getting another beer?
Yep.
Oh shit, I'm going the wrong way.
We have the forehead close up. Top head, forehead.
Yeah.
Bald spot.
Yeah. Who's that? Do you God damn this fucking webcam. It doesn't want to hold still. Nah. There you go. Can you see it?
Really, what happened to Commodore? Because I really feel like Commodore was kind of the precursor to Apple. No? I mean, that's the vibe I got.
Here's what happened. Apple was out before Commodore. And Commodore released their computer that had better colors, better graphics, better sound for like twice less than the cost.
Half the cost, yeah.
Half the cost. Wow. And it just blew up. And the best thing about the Commodore, because I came from the Atari background too, is the users. There were millions of people, and the software, there was like 10,000 titles for it.
It was the games. There were way more games for Commodore.
Yeah.
So I'm going to unfocus.
It was more like the freeware kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
You know?
So
it was super easy to get games for the Commodore. They were shareable. The floppies were easy. The floppy drives were cheaper.
Floppies are not necessarily easy. But.
And Andrew, that's what started the whole piracy thing too. Everybody had like 0-day wares on BBSs and stuff like that, you know?
Yeah.
Arr! Oh, you said pirates.
Wares, arr! Wares.
Although, forget on
we gotta
on
shut
the
this down,
BBS,
I think.
like with yeah.
Right. My camera.
Yeah. I don't want to get
Let's
into
shut this shit down.
I just feel like to me, the way I remember it as a kid was the precursor to Apple seemed like Commodore, and the precursor to Nintendo was ColecoVision. That's just the way it felt to me. ColecoVision went away, and then Nintendo had like the kick-ass titles that
you're skipping like 5-10 years of stuff.
Yes, of course.
Atari had a bunch of great stuff in between there. Yeah. It was online capable and Jesus.
This is why I need to shut this down. The fart sounds, I can't stop them.
They keep on coming.
That's what she said.
Nice.
This is for Gak.
Keep on coming.
Yeah, nice long.
Yeah. Where's the fart scene from Blazing Saddles?
Yeah. Like Mongo or whatever his name is.
It gets so ridiculous.
Can you imagine like the?
How about some more beans, Mr. Taggart?
I'd say you'd had enough. What in the wide world of sports is going on around here?
You're supposed to be building me a track, not dance around like a bunch of Kansas City faggots.
Yeah.
I just. Can you just imagine the blocking, like the rehearsals for that? All right, you need to stand up like this with your beans, and then
they just go around in a big circle.
This weekend, special one day only of Blazing Saddles. You know, to honor Gene Wilder.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Huh, I gotta
all
find out.
All right, everyone. I think it's time to stop this shit.
So.
I'm pretty damn buzzed, as much as I like talking to our 6 viewers.
Yeah.
Right, I know we're down to
Our
pretty
6?
much us.
Oh God.
Yeah, now
I'm not even in there, so.
Yeah, right. No. Very
All right,
good.
folks.
What's his name? Kill it.
Oh, now it dropped. So yeah.
Yeah, now that Arcade Dangerous left us, yeah, we're down to like maybe one person outside of us.
Yeah,
That's a good call, Jimbo.
Well, and this is why it's a stuff and things and not a arcade.
Right? Which will get a whole like 20 views.
Yeah.
Ooh,
As opposed to the 26 of the other one.
Right.
I gotta watch that whole Dan episode that Brad put up.
That's legendary.
I've only seen.
All right, so anyone that's been viewing, thank you so much. But yeah, this is us just
And I'm
being.
sorry. I'm really sorry.
Hey Andrew, we're both wearing event shirts. So
We are.
We got that.
I got the. I'm rocking the Grinkers tonight.
That is my favorite shirt you're wearing right now. And I'm not just saying the Grinker shirt. I'm just saying that exact shirt you're wearing.
one.
Is my favorite.
Well, we've both been in this shirt at the same time.
Ooh, yeah. Ooh, yeah.
Yeah,
Ooh.
right.
That's why you get the big and tall. You know what I'm
That's
saying? Woo! All right, everyone. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next week on the official Arcade Hangout. This is the stuff and things where we talk about nothing.
Signing out.
Yeah,
So long.
talk about
We
stuff.
actually we had a lot of arcade.
I know, right?
Yeah,
What was up
this
with
is
that?
like way more
It's
than
awesome.
Almost stuff and things.
See ya, motherfuckers. Later.
I hate to go in this pretty side.
I love to take a golf ball in my hoo-ha.